Hey, this is Troy Taylor with the Championship Football Coaches Clinic podcast. This is the Coach McNally podcast, sponsored by Rack Coach and Sports Notebook. Coach McNally has been working hard on his presentation this week. Coach McNally, how do you feel? Do you want to update anyone with how your week has gone?
Well, I got a lot of guys that ask me a lot of questions, and they want a lot of stuff. They say, "Hey, Coach, how do you can you send me some drills on whatever?" Well, Jesus Christ, figure out a damn drill. Just get two guys blocking each other, and there's your damn drill. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Some of these guys want everything. You know what I mean? As soon as I opened that Pandora's box, I said I'd help you. If the question, Jesus Christ, I got a high school kid that asked me today, and he's a good kid, so I helped him. He said, we run the inside zone at my side, and I'm the right guard. Okay, so he's the front side guard, and there's a zero nose, like a 50 defense. He says the center just leaves me, like he goes to the left, and I got to block down on the nose. Well, what the hell kind of a zone play is that? So I found some plays with guys blocking down. They might have been counters or powers, but I tried to find something. He couldn't even explain to me, but he was only a junior high kid, so he was interested. But I'd say, what the hell kind of coaching is this, where they run a zone play to the right, but everybody blocks to the left? And
I mean, it might be gap. Maybe they're gapping it, Coach.
Well, it was a gap. It was a gap scheme. But if you run right over the guard and the right tackle blocks down, he'll block his man right into the ball carrier. So I didn't. But anyway, I helped him.
So you were happy to help a junior high kid on how to block zone or gap schemes. How much?
He said that when the center left me, I couldn't get the nose because he split the A gap. Well, no shit. If the ball's running up your ass and you got to block down on a zero nose, he's going to come straight ahead, and you're too close to the guy making the tackle. Anyway, let's not.
Yeah,
let's just keep going.
Coach, I'm gonna retweet it so everybody knows you're on live. But how did your pull-ups? How was your workouts this week? Do you want to update anybody?
I promised everybody that I would only do it when I got to 10, but I got to 8 today, full pull-ups. When I say full pull-ups, they were wide grip, all right, all the way up and then all the way down. And then I paused for like a second or two, and then you had to pull all your dead weight. And I could maybe do 35, 40 normal pull-ups, like with jerking and whatever. But the pure dead ones, see, I'm going to join the Navy SEALs. They told me I was the only guy, 79, that they'd let me join. And if I could go through the obstacle course and get underneath in the water, but I got to do 10 of those full lockout, wide grip, hold it at the bottom.
So Jim Tim is on here, and Jim Tim from Rochester, New York says hi. And he says, great job. Jim Tim, how many push-ups do you do a day? Let Coach McNally know. Could you put that in the comments? If anybody has any questions before Coach gets going, put it in the comments.
We're doing football. We're not doing fucking physical fitness.
Are you ready to look at some film, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
These guys aren't motivated tonight, it looks like.
How many we got? We got 5 in the
4. We got 4 guys in here. Jim Tim says he does 500 push-ups in a row. How many push-ups can you do, Coach?
It's impossible to do 500 in a row.
Jim Tim says he does 5. He said for punishment, he makes, here's Ethan Stomp, Coach, fitness stream with McNally. And Coach McNally's daughter is a fitness pro. She can come on here and show us how to get physically fit. I haven't eaten in a week since Coach told me I was fat.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm losing weight. I'm going to look good.
Yeah,
Jim,
let's tell these coaches that the video we're going to be watching is jumps all over the place. We had it down to a sequence, but then we had to upload it on Huddle or YouTube or some fucking place. So now we might go from a run play to a pass play to a whatever play. So we're just jumping around. Okay. I will say this, so we can get through the videos. The fewer questions, the better. Now, if you don't understand, ask a question. But if you understand, we don't need to go over 100 motherfucking questions that are kind of common sense. Okay, so I think this guy right here is just finishing the block. Just finishing the block. Okay, let's just watch what he does. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, see right there? Sorry, Troy, if you can run it back just 2 seconds, not the whole thing. Yeah, okay.
Right guard.
You know, I'll show you. Right, boom, 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 boom. You see that last shove? Your guys use a last shove. Okay.
Right guard.
Okay, this is right guard.
Ooh.
Same thing right there.
I like that.
Yeah, watch, right here. Boom.
Bend them over the pile.
Yeah, that's it. That's a torque finish.
A torque.
Finishing the blocks. Okay.
We call that a snap, crackle, pop. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We don't spend enough time on the finish. Okay.
Right guard.
All right. Let's see the right guard.
Ooh,
boom, boom. Oh, my God.
I
Boom,
love it.
Boom. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, Coach, you don't need
a flat. Do you need a flat back? No, you don't need a flat back. You need to play long with your arms. See,
hey,
play long. Boom.
Coach, you don't need Viagra when you see that, do you?
No. Boom. Yeah, this is just football. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Right guard.
Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Right guard.
Yeah.
Coach, can an offensive lineman be too aggressive?
Right guard.
No.
Like Conrad Dobler, Richie Incognito, Kyle Turley.
Right guard.
They're dirty. This isn't dirty. Watch him. Watch him torque. Look at, he torques him right into the ball carrier. Torques him right. Boom. Okay.
Right guard.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. We got enough of that one. So we got some good finishes there. Let's keep going. Okay. That's a torque finish. That's where you use your trunk. Okay.
Right guard.
Same guy, 79. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Let's just keep going. Okay.
Right guard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boom. There it goes again. This way your guys should look every play. Boom. Yeah. Why not? Okay. So keep going, Coach. Keep going.
It is going.
Okay. Oh, I must be talking.
This next one is brace, and dip, and then lunge, which means you drop 1 foot.
Okay, let it go.
You drop the other foot, and then you lunge into the block. It's almost like hopping, only you drop 1 foot at a time. Let's see this center here. Let's see what he does here. Okay. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Let's watch his footwork. All right. Okay. See how he drops his left foot? He drops his right foot to lower his center of gravity. Boom, boom. Then he lunges into the block.
He's rooted.
You know, obviously hard to get movement on any big nose guard. Let's watch this center right here. Both feet will drop, but not simultaneously. Okay, there's a brace with his right foot, a brace with his left foot, and then
that's your play, ain't it, Coach?
With his right foot, a brace with his left foot.
That's your play.
Okay, there's a brace with his right foot, a brace with his left foot, and then whatever. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we can get some guards. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this would be the right guard.
Watch this.
Watch
you
this.
won't believe this.
This will
crowd.
sell you on it. You won't believe
This is
this.
Footwork.
I'll run this back 100 times.
Wolfwork's
This
on
is a right
defense.
guard versus
360
Wolfwork, okay,
pounds.
who was a great big guy with the Patriots, and then he went to Houston. Watch the right guard on a one-on-one block, okay? All right, here we go. Takes a little time with this. I got to run this thing a little fast forward. Okay, here we go. All right, watch his right foot.
That's
okay?
a board drill right there, man.
Brace.
That's Oklahoma.
Watch
Brace.
his feet.
Lunge.
They don't step
Gorilla in
forward.
the zoo. Drive, drive, drive. Pancake.
He's rooted.
What do you think?
Rooted.
Brace,
he lowers
brace.
the center of gravity. He
Lunge,
lifts.
pancake. This is called jab
No,
pop,
let this go. Go to the
and
next one.
dip to lunge into the block. Now, what the jab
Fast
means
forward it.
is like
I-
most of
fast
the
forward
time you
this.
drop a little brace, but he stepped. Okay.
Just fast forward it. Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
I don't like this as I would. All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let it go.
that's a good example of. All right.
It's
Here's
part
like
of it.
a
Let it go.
close-up end zone shot of that. All right. Here we go.
I don't want to cover this one.
Here. Pop. Back trap asked
Okay, here we
by
go.
Adam Bry, I think. Brye. Okay, let's take a look here now.
I think he wanted
All
some
right.
traps.
Yeah.
Okay. What the key to this is they're
Give him to
faking
the
a
fullback.
double team on the 3.
They're like faking a double team on the 3 technique, so he fights out. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, let's go to another place. All right, 1.50. Okay, let's see here. Here's a guy right behind the quarterback, okay, with a jet action. So they're really influencing that 3 technique like they're going to double team them. Okay, those are a couple traps.
Let's leave
Here's
the
why
question
I'd rather
for the
use
end.
my outside hand versus a guy that's head up with me, outside of me, inside of me. Watch this guy. He uses his inside hand, whether he steps up with his post foot or steps lateral. Watch how they knock it down.
That's why I like to use the outside hand and
Okay,
drop
see the
post.
knockdown to the inside hand? Particularly when the center's going the other way. And he actually steps forward to get closer to the guy, like he's jumping.
I use
I
the
hate
outside
using the
hand versus
inside
a one
hand.
technique on pass pro.
Particularly when the guy's
Here's
in a
another
shade. Now
one.
look at this. This guy's in a tight 2, almost a 1. This guy really tries to land that inside hand quickly, but look at how he gets it knocked down. And when you get it knocked down, there's a free space right to the quarterback.
So
If
you
he
drop
used the
your post foot
outside
and
hand,
use your outside
He would
hand,
drop the post, the inside hand would be low, and he could drop the post and move laterally to his inside without getting his inside hand knocked down. If he jumps
Absolutely.
back outside, so what? You recover and block him.
Yeah.
Here's 9 plays whamming the 3 technique from the outside in. Okay, let's go, because I got a lot of them.
Yeah,
All right,
if
here
you
we
run a
go.
lot of zone plays, these are good change
Okay.
ups. You know what I mean? Where you don't just keep running the same damn play all the time. You need a little wrinkle. So this is a wing back or a back coming down and whamming a 3. Let her go, coach. You got a 3 and a 1. Boom. Boom. You see a lot of 3 techniques, wham the fuck out of them and trap them the other way. Like we saw a trap where they fake a double team on them. You'll fuck up those 3 techniques. Watch it again, right here. Boom, boom. This is the Wham. Okay, boom. So you can wham the shit out of a 3. Wham means a guy's coming from the outside in. Now, I'm not going to go over all the rules. You can do that. I'm just a giver.
Here's the best way to knock the guard's outside hand down.
This is the best way, and then we'll let it play. For defensive coaches or offensive coaches, the best way to get past that right guard is the left tackle uses his inside hand to knock the guard's outside hand down. Why? Because the defender's inside hand is the closest thing to the blocker's outside hand. Now, if I were to coach the right guard differently, I could stop this technique. But here, this right guard is using normal pass blocking, but watch when the defensive guy uses his near hand, which would be this guy's right hand, to knock the guard's right hand down. Okay, let these roll. And you can hear the
defensive guy uses his inside hand to the guard's outside hand. That's why when you use your outside hand, you got to be proactive. You've got to foot fire and go forward, or up kick, or foot fire and up kick. You got to get that outside hand on him before he gets his inside hand on you. Watch the knockdowns when the guard is not proactive. Here we go. Okay. Watch the right guard. See, the defender uses his inside hand to the guard's outside hand, because that's the closest hand for a defensive guy to use. Okay. All right, there it is again. Inside hand knocking the outside. But you notice the outside hand isn't proactive. It isn't pillaring now. It isn't now.
The blocker.
Okay. There it is. Now, knocking the outside hand down with the inside hand of the defender. This again.
Got the wrong guy, yeah.
There it is. Oh, the guard's outside hand gets knocked down by the defender's inside hand. He's not proactive. He's not jumping him. He's not lengthening the outside punch. This is how proactive the outside hand has to be. I would foot fire laterally first, but get the outside hand up right now. Watch this 66. He gets his hand on that guy before the guy even knocks it down, and he makes him redirect himself.
That's what we call a proactive.
Now, what I'd rather do is move over laterally, then up kick. Use the same hand action, but step forward with the foot. Okay.
Same guy.
Here's the same kid again.
Watch how fast that hand comes.
Look how fast that hand is there. Look. Plus his arms are pretty long too. Okay. If your arms aren't long, you got to foot fire laterally and then go forward. Okay. Move laterally. a step or two, and then go forward into the guy, all right? Using the outside hand.
One arm is
Okay.
longer than two.
If you use the inside hand and the outside hand, you're not long. Remember, one arm is longer than two. Right guard.
Another finish. Okay. I must be still talking.
Left guard.
Oh, yeah. This is more important than any technique in the world.
How do you coach them to do that?
You just get in their shit, man.
You tell them, get after them.
Hey,
right guard.
You
we have a
celebrate
drill.
that.
We have a drill. Okay, go to the next series if we can.
Left guard.
Yeah, I don't know why we're seeing so many of these finishes. This is maybe proactive with the outside hand. Let's see what the next clip is. I mean, let this run as is. I don't mean go fast forward.
Yes, sir.
Left guard.
Okay, we're talking about the outside hand. Okay, then he traps the guy. But see the outside hand? That's the closest thing to the guy. One arm is longer than two.
Right guard.
Okay, see the outside hand? And then the inside hand. Comes under. The inside hand comes under. There'll be some better ones here. All right, let that one go.
This is brace and dip. Let's look at some centers.
Okay, now we're just
Okay, here we
talking
go.
about footwork on a like a one-on-one block. All right. So we're frozen here now, Coach.
Yeah, I just paused it because I thought you were going to start
Okay,
talking.
let's look at the center here.
Okay,
Okay.
watch the center. Okay.
All right, see how his left foot drops and his right foot just dips into the ground. Okay. All right, let's watch
Call this brace and
One
dip. Okay.
center.
Watch
Okay,
this guy.
62 Eagles. Okay, drops. It's hard to see, but his right foot doesn't even move. It just dips. It lowers its center of gravity. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's look at some right guards. Let's see what we can get here.
Watch how one foot drops and the other foot just
It took a little
dips.
time to get it going.
Drives forward.
All right.
Miami
Let's look at the
Dolphin,
right guard here.
So
All
he's
right.
on some sort of a zone block with the center.
Okay.
Watch
See
his
the right
left
guard?
foot.
Just drop his right foot and then kind of lunge. Okay. I'm going to have to stop soon so the video doesn't get too long. Okay. Watch this
Watch
right
his
guard
right
right
guard.
here now. Okay.
Brace
He just
and
braces and he dips the right knee. See the right knee dip?
He doesn't step
Okay.
forward at all.
Let's watch another guard. Same guy. Brace and dip. This is on a double team. Okay.
You should block
All
that
right.
run through guy.
Let's
Didn't
see if
even
we
see
got
him.
another right guard. Okay. This is probably the right guard here. Okay. See the
See
right
that right
foot
knee just dips?
just kind of drives down. Okay. Let's see if we can get a tackle. Okay, without going too long. Okay.
Now watch his left tackle. It's kind
Let's
of
go to
weird.
the
He's
next
kind of on
one.
the second level. Watch him
All
like
right,
drop
here
a
we
foot
go.
and then brace himself. I went too
All right,
fast
let's
there.
go back on that one.
Yeah.
Watch the left
68.
tackle here, okay? See how he just drops his right foot right there, and then he dips. Okay, this
Look where
one
his
is
feet are.
hopping with both feet at the same time, hopping backwards while you're lunging forward. Let's watch the right guard here. Okay, here we go.
So this is plain, just as
Let's go.
hopping.
All right, watch 66, okay? Watch his feet
Watch him
now.
hop
They
or
spread.
spread his feet.
You can say the feet
He
spread.
never steps forward.
Some guys will hop a little deeper, all right? But he doesn't take a lead step. Now it's on a double team, and he gets a pancake, okay? So let's see what we got going next. Watch this right guard here. He kind of moves inside, kind of foot fires or whatever you want to call it. You know, he takes like a little pee-pee step inside, but then as he strikes, watch both feet go backwards. He lowers the center of gravity. Now, these don't all have to be on double teams, okay? So let's see what we got. Okay, let's watch this right guard here from Washington, okay? All right. All right. Now, this is on a double team, but they don't have to be on double teams, okay? I think this is just on a straight block. Right guard, okay? It's a zone block. Here comes the center with him. Look at his feet hop, okay? All right. Let's see if we can get some centers hopping. All right.
Now watch this. Pretty damn
All right, here
interesting
we go.
versus zero nose.
All right, start from the beginning. All right. All right.
This is Pouncey.
Here we go.
He's on
Let's
the
watch
goal
this
line.
Pittsburgh center, okay?
Watch his feet.
All right. He's on the goal line. Both feet hop back. Watch. Boom. Boom. Boom.
He's lunging forward.
Let's watch this guy right here. Cleveland center. Watch his feet. Okay.
And he's blocking
Last
about a
one, number
280-pound
62.
guy.
Do your guys finish like this?
Watch this finish. See that little shove right
See that
there?
last shove? You coach that? Boom. Here's 3 snaps of a center using an up kick,
Stepping
stepping
forward.
or at least parallel, not using the old kick slide where they give a soft shoulder. Okay, watch this guy right here. This is a great center from Louisville. He's stepping forward. Watch how proactive his left hand is. And yes, you can do it with a snap hand. So don't worry about that.
So 1,
Okay.
2. Second hand can clamp or lift.
All right,
Now
watch
his
this
He
center right
kinda
here
goes
from the Bengals.
Parallel.
All right. He may move laterally a little bit, but that left foot really, when he makes contact, doesn't drop, doesn't cross the line. So he may not be a pure up kick, but at least he's parallel and he's proactive with that outside hand. Left, then right. Okay, here's the Kansas City center. Okay. He kind of foot fires first, and then his left foot really is either parallel or almost forward. Okay. So he's not dropping and using the old kick slide where you turn your shoulders. Pretty good. And then this last one is the Ram center. Okay. Not using necessarily an up kick, but using the outside hand. Now watch him right there. Watch him torque the guy. You know what I'm talking about? Torquing the opposite hand. He pulls the left arm off and he throws him with the right hand. So basically, you should torque on all your finishes, pass or run. See him throw the guy? He probably throws him 4 to 5 yards sideways. Watch
That's that John
62
Strollo
use
thing.
the up kick
Watch this up
with the
kick now.
outside hand and the outside foot going forward. Okay?
Watch this here. 62.
Watch him.
So the foot
Watch how
and the
fast you
hand
get
are
on the guy.
closest thing to the guy. So
It's called an up kick with an outside
we
pillar.
call it an up kick,
Okay.
because your kick step goes
Let's watch him
forward.
here.
Watch him here. Right guard.
Right guard, boom. Same thing.
There's a lot
Outside
of coaching
hand
points
high,
on this
inside
technique.
hand low lift, step forward. If the guy's
Inside
wider,
hand lift.
foot fire first. Okay, watch him here. He switches a stunt. Up kick, outside foot, outside hand. Second hand is a clamp, and then he switches the stunt. Unbelievable. Okay, watch him here. Boom. Stones the guy, up kick. Okay, watch him here. He gets on the guy before the guy can even get out of his stance. Look at the outside hand, boom. Let's
how
have second hand
proactive
come
that
as a
is.
clamp in case he goes inside. Okay, good stuff, up kick. Here's picking up the TE on a tight zone.
Watch the
Okay.
center turn his
Watch the
pads.
center.
If the center stays
If he uses
square
the square shuffle, not
to the
turning his
right,
pads,
this is a pistol play going
he'll
to the right.
run
He
right
pick up
into that
looping end.
twisting
See that end
end.
loop right there?
see the twisting end?
But
And
that
the center's
center
got to
goes
try
on
to
an angle
stop
up to
him
the
with his
backer.
shoulders
You gotta
square.
stay on the
Don't
line
try
of
to
scrimmage and
overturn
go
him.
laterally,
Okay,
because zone is zone. You got to pick up the guy that invades your front side gap.
all right. Same thing, 49ers. All right,
Watch the center.
center moves to his left.
He's
If a guy
staying with the
crosses your
nose.
face,
He'll
let him
pick
go.
up
The
that
backside
end,
guard gets
twisting.
him. Center's got to pick up that twisting end on a TE because the backside guard is coming to work with the center.
There was a question about how to pick up a TE on the inside zone. So I
Okay,
had one of those.
here's the center. Okay,
Watch
C54
the center.
twist in there.
See him
The
pierce the
center's
line
got
of
to use a
scrimmage.
square
See him
shuffle
pierce,
with his
go
shoulders
forward.
square to
He's
get
not
his
even aware to
linebacker. He
look to
can't
his
just
front side
drive
gap.
into that guy. He's got to stick a hand out, and
See
then
that
he's
guy
got to
twist?
stop the twisting end because it's an inside zone. That's the center's man.
He can still hit that nose. He can stay on that line of scrimmage for
Okay.
a little bit. Here
There
he
it
is
is
again.
again.
Look at that center.
The center has to protect his front side gap. I don't care where his responsibility is.
I had a question about that, so I found these clips.
Okay, here we go. Last one.
Watch this guy chase
There's
that
a
linebacker.
TE.
Watch
okay.
the end
I'm
twist.
not talking about 26. I'm talking about 56.
Watch
That's the
56 come in.
center's man, keeping his shoulders square. Matt, that was a good punch. But what he did at right tackle, he opened up like this. In his
I'm talking about pass blocking as a right tackle.
You want to talk, Coach, before it starts?
No, let it go. I
turn
talking.
and he punched that hand. Okay, watch me. Let's say I'm taking angle B. Okay, let's say I'm taking angle A. Look at this angle. Look, look, look. Okay, watch my right foot. See, pigeon toe. Watch my right arm. Okay, now let's say I'm angle B, about the
45
angle he took,
degrees.
right? Pigeon toe that foot to keep my shoulders square. Punch that arm. Second step comes like this. Boom, 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 boom. So it would look like boom, 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 boom. Okay? He's turning. He goes boom, boom. He sloops on his second step. Don't do that. You'll always turn. Keep your shoulders totally square. Even if I was on the deeper angle, angle C, vertical setting, pump this arm and make the second step come like this, not like that. No, it's not good. The punch is beautiful. The takeoff, no. You should have learned more from me. Okay, this is brace, stomp, and dip. This is
Okay,
where you
all this guy
brace
does
one
is
foot.
pick up his one foot and lunge. Okay.
Then
I
the
call it
other
a brace. And
foot
well,
goes
I'm sorry.
up and down. It just doesn't drop
He
the
picks
knee
up
and
one
lunge.
foot and then he just
So
takes
it's
the
like
other
you
foot up
drop
and
one
down.
foot,
Remember the
you're
first one, he
lunging
just
forward.
lunged and he dipped. This is brace and stomp. Watch the one foot drop and the other foot just pick up and go down. These are ways to block a man that's in front of you or on your shoulder or whatever. Let's watch.
And the second
Brace
step
and
comes
stomp.
up and down, but it doesn't go forward. So let's watch these centers here, or this center here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. See the left foot brace? See the right foot kind of just drop, okay? Or what I call stomp. He just stomps it into the ground. Then he uncoils and lunges. Look at that movement on a double team. Of course, there's a little help by the guard. Okay. Okay, let's watch this center here now. Okay. Okay. He drops the left foot. And then the right foot just goes up and down. Okay. All right. Let's go to this next one here. Okay. Let's see this center here. Okay. Okay. See the left foot go up and down? Okay.
Right foot braces.
Okay, let's get some guards. All right. All right. Here we go. Got to download a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we got here now. Probably the right guard. Okay. Okay. He just drops his right foot, and then the left foot just kind of stomps. That's not a great example. All right. All right. The left guard drops his left foot, and the right foot just stomps up and down. Hard to see that one. Let's get a good one from behind. Here's probably a great one. Okay. Watch the right guard. Okay. Brace, stomp. Where the earlier videos were just brace and dip. Okay, let's not even look at the feet. Let's just look at the proactivity of using the outside hand. Okay.
Outside hand on pass pro.
Go.
Don't worry about the feet.
All right. There's the right guard. Don't watch his feet. Okay. Just watch the right hand. Boom. 1, 2.
He was late there. This is a good one here.
Just watch the hand. Boom. Okay.
This is beautiful. Watch this versus a 1.
Okay. So the guy's to his inside.
Watch this.
He drops his post foot and he uses the outside hand. His inside hand is low, so he doesn't get it knocked down. Outside hand. Strongest hand, nearest hand. Don't use the inside hand because they'll knock it down. Okay, here we go. Here's the right guard, I believe. Watch him. He uses the outside hand when the guy's in a 1. He drops his post, and then he recovers. Okay. All right. Right guard. Okay. Watch him foot fire, kind of drop his inside foot. First contact's with the outside hand, so he doesn't get the inside hand knocked down. But he foot fired. All of these are up kicks. Okay, it's all the right guard. I think the 5th one is the center.
Outside foot goes forward.
Here we go.
He may have to move over a little bit to get in front of him.
Okay.
We saw this earlier.
See the right foot ahead of the left foot?
But you'll see some better ones.
Okay.
Outside hand, outside foot.
All right.
He's going to move over a little bit.
See him reach with the right foot and the right hand. Those are the two closest things to the guy.
There'll be some good ones in here.
Right guard. He's got some center help.
So he overplayed it because he knew the center was in the middle. Here's a good one right here. Watch this outside hand. Oh, there you go.
There's a perfect one. Watch it.
Watch the outside foot.
He moves laterally because the guy's wide.
Laterally to get in front of the
And
guy.
he strikes with the outside hand.
Go first.
And the outside foot's going forward. Clinic.
Up kick. A lot of coaching points on that play.
Okay, this would be the center.
Watch the center.
Stepping forward with his left foot and using his left hand. Up kick.
Hits him right in the face.
Look how he stalemates the guy. Right guard. Okay. So he foot fires laterally. Okay. And then he steps forward and he uses the outside hand. Right guard. Okay. Now he uses two hands, but I would favor just using the outside hand. Then the inside hand lifts. Okay, right guard. Okay, foot fire.
His inside hand is a clamp.
Inside hand clamp. Right guard. There it is. See how he leans into it with the outside hand? He moves laterally because the guy's wide. Then he lands
drop
the
the
outside
left elbow
punch,
back.
and the inside hand comes second.
What are these things?
These are those are some things from YouTube, Coach. The guys from Sports Workbook wanted you to see their workbook that they made for you that they will be mailing to you in Buffalo.
I saw that. That's beautiful.
Now, be on the lookout for your own book. Look at this. So many spaces to draw stuff up. Protection sheets, stunts and blitzes.
Where's my stuff appear?
Huh?
Where's my stuff appear?
You have to draw it, Coach.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a blank book. They sell a blank book. They just customize the cover, with your picture, and people buy these from them. But you fill it up, Coach.
Protection sheets.
Now you can draw your stuff
stunts
up.
And blitzes.
Okay, I got it.
All for you, my man.
Thank
the
you.
O-line guru.
That's for the O-line guru, they said, Coach.
All right, let's get going on the video.
Yeah, that was the end of that video. Ethan Stomp wants to know, Coach, when striking the hand, do react pull it back after initial strike? Looks like number 63 on the Bengals versus Chargers does that.
Yeah, when you strike, okay, particularly if you're seeing teams that are stunning and doing a lot of ETs, when you strike with that hand, pull it back. Pull it back. That gets you back on your center of gravity. Some guys will lock it on and they know they got the guy and they'll keep it on. But what I'm saying to you, you're better off on all your strikes is to pull it back and get back to your home base again. Yes, true. 63 did that.
So do you ever punch with two hands in pass
Never,
pro?
never.
Just one hand.
One arm is longer than two. Look at me here. One arm. Where I got it back here. One arm. I'm getting out there is longer than two. Okay, two. Right, watch this. One arm. See where it is longer than two.
Just like a boxer. A boxer would never punch with two hands.
No. You get more length with one hand. And I tell you what the key is. Watch this. When you, I'm going to do this hand. When you do this hand, I'll move over this way a little bit here. Okay. when you punch this hand right here, I'm going to get more in the center of the thing. When you punch with this hand, this elbow goes back. Watch when the opposite elbow goes back. Boom. Boom. You drive it back. Boom. And you actually almost drop the inside foot, which lengthens the outside foot. It's the closest thing to a man to your outside. If he's a little wide, then foot fire a step or two to get almost square with him, and then throw it. It's the latest thing that's been used 40 years ago.
All right, so you want to go to some more video. You want to go to your Twitter.
Do we have any questions that have been piled up?
No, we have no questions that's been piled up. Bald Coach K, Coach Bald says, the Talking Goats. Love you guys all the way from Panama City, Panama. Have you ever been to Panama, Coach?
No, I've never been to Panama or Panama City. I've been to Lackawanna, New York, where we used to have a steel mill. Yeah.
Sports Workbook says Guru Time. Jim Tim is awful quiet. Jim Tim's not making any comments. If you have a question, please put it in the chat right now for Coach. He will answer it before we will go to more video.
How many people we got there? 4?
No, right now we got 7 people watching on YouTube.
How many we got total?
Total on YouTube, 7. I don't know how many on Twitter, but Jim Tim.
I ain't doing this anymore if we only got 7, 10 guys.
We put a lot of work into this, don't we, Coach? And your wife.
I sure as hell have. Of course, I put a lot of stuff out, too, that we're covering a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, and your wife has made you move to the basement. Would you like to talk about that?
In the basement because I'm too loud. I'm not doing no more podcasts if we only got 8 or 10 guys. I love the 8 or 10 guys, but the others I ain't doing no more. I'll answer questions on Twitter, but I ain't going to do no. I get more Twitter requests than I get guys sitting in the audience.
Yeah. Why do you think that is, Coach? Because they just send you a message and it's just on their time? Like
I usually answer it.
Yeah. You know? So they're like, here.
And on my videos, I got like 5,000 guys that watch them. So they don't need to hear me in person.
Yeah. Sports Workbook guys said a lot of people watch this stuff on YouTube, but not live.
That's fine. I'm just saying that it's useless for me to do a podcast unless we just talk generally. I ain't doing any more podcasts with video. Period.
Yeah. Because they
other than finishing this. And it's not fair to the guys that look forward to seeing more video on the podcast, but I put so much out on Twitter that screw it. And I understand why. Podcast is just for talking. Just for talking. That's what you do anyway on all these other podcasts. Nobody else puts film on podcasts, do they?
Some guys do, Coach, but most of the time they just come on and talk. But you like video. You like showing the evidence. Because this is based in theory and it's based on research. And you're just showing it.
Those 7 guys that are watching are getting something out of it. Yeah.
All right. So you want to go to Twitter and go over the film on Twitter.
Okay.
All right. Let me share it. Jim Tim says, no way do a lot of explaining video. It's a huge help. So Jim Tim says, no way. You need to continue to do the podcast because you're doing a lot of explaining. And it's a huge help. So Jim Tim is a loyal fan. He's in Rochester,
but
New York.
he's one guy.
he's just one guy, Jim Tim. And you're not that far away from Coach McNally. I don't even know where Rochester, New York
Benton
is.
Wanted some pin and pull plays.
The pin and pull.
Yeah, a guy wanted some pin and pull. So I just found a bunch of them. So you got to watch closely to see who's pulling. Now, I'm not going to go over all the techniques of how you block. Bottom line, I'll tell you this. If I was a tackle blocking down on that 3, I'd go totally square. Totally square. I wouldn't turn my pads one cunt hair blocking down. Okay? So if I was blocking down, I'm not going like this. I'm going totally square. I would have a post foot high. I'd hit them in the gut, and the other hand would be a clamp hand. Don't turn your pads on a down block. They go right around you.
That's a great point, Coach.
But I don't know all the down blocking, but this just gives you a feeling of plays. Okay, the guy's in the gun.
So here we go.
I don't know if the quarterback's reading or no, he's not.
All right.
Okay, I'll run that again. Center. The guard and tackle are double teaming the 3. That's a good scheme. And the guard pulls. The center pulls. I'm sorry. It's a guard and tackle.
Oh, and the guard and tackle.
This is the center and the tackle, I think.
Pulling the guard.
See the tackle pull?
Both guards.
No, see, I made a mistake. Front side tackle, run it back. Oh, you can't. Never mind.
Yeah, I can run it back, Coach.
All right, run that one back. Let's see why they pulled the tackle.
He was uncovered.
Yeah, and the center's better pulling the guard. Good stuff right there, boys.
Pulling the guard.
Because we don't care if that end goes inside, because the tight end has a tough block, but he doesn't have a tough block if the guy goes inside. There's Barkley.
Yeah, there he goes.
Guard and center.
Guard in the center.
Tight end's got a straight release. Run it back one more time. Tight end's got a free release.
The center. Guard in the center.
The zone is getting old, boys, in the NFL. More of this stuff is coming back.
And this is Howard Mudd, right? The pin and pull?
No, this is Cleveland.
But I'm asking, who does it go back to? Does it go back to Howard Mudd?
Goes way back before anybody, before even Howard. This is pretty good. They're double teaming, kissing off on the 3.
Just the guard, the center here.
For the force man. Or the first man outside. Sorry. This is the center pulling to the weak side.
Here's the center.
With the tackle releasing. Watch the tackle release.
Here's the center and the tackle.
But he released, so he didn't pull.
All right, Coach. Let me pull you back up. So that's the pin and pull.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any questions, Coach. All right. Jim Tim wants to know, Coach, can you talk about hand placement?
Hand placement where? What play? Where's the guy you're blocking? Where's the play going?
Ethan Stomp.
What's that?
Ethan Stump says, disregard if you don't want to discuss, but could you speak to pull footwork philosophy?
Pull footwork philosophy is you get down blocks, okay, rather than reach or one-on-one blocks on guys. So when you block down on them, you get position on them, okay? So if I'm blocking down on this guy right here, okay, I've stopped him or I've tried to stop him, and then the next guy takes his place. Zone blocking, everybody just kind of goes on a zone and you don't always get them. You know, they beat you, they knock you back, whatever. But pin and pull, you pretty much form a wall and you stop them from pursuing. Or you stop one guy from pursuing.
Yeah,
pretty
so
much.
It's like more of a man scheme.
If it was a 50 defense, you'd stop the end. If it was a over, you'd stop the 3 technique.
So, Jim Tim, do you want to go over what you want for hand placement? We're going to go on to the next video.
No, with Jim Tim, what play, and where's the guy you're blocking?
How about this, Coach? Because we worked on this today. I'm the right guard, and I got a 3 technique.
Yeah, but what about Jim Tim?
Jim Tim. Nothing from Jim Tim yet, Coach. He's probably still thinking.
Well, he probably said screw it because I didn't get mad at him. I'm just saying he wants to know hand placement. Hand placement when? When
Coach,
you're blocking down? When
Jim
you're blocking down?
Jim Tim is still watching. He said the third video.
No, we ain't going back.
Is he? Are you talking about on the pin and pull? Hand placement, Jim Tim. All right, here we go, Coach. We're going on to some more video. Coach, in order to be a football coach, do you have to be addicted to video?
You got to be addicted to video, whatever you call it, film, bullshit, over and over and over, and watch it again and again and again and again.
But these videos are for
and if
young
you don't
men.
have end zone, you're screwed.
There's a guard who wants to know how to block down when the center's leaving him on an inside zone to his side. I don't quite understand it, but it looks like everybody blocks down or something like that.
So I just tried to find some down blocks.
Right.
I didn't have to. I wasn't worried
this
about
would be the,
what players running. This kid, they were running an inside
this would be
zone. So the right guard was blocking down. I'm
right
not
guard
saying
blocking
it was a
down.
good technique or a bad technique, but I was trying to send this kid how to block, different ways to block down when there's a zero nose, because he runs some zone play that goes over him, but everybody blocks down. I never heard of it. So here's the right guard blocking down. So I'm not worried about the technique.
Right guard blocking down.
I just sent these to a kid. So let's let these run. These are versus a zero nose. Or
this would be the right guard blocking down, even though he's not in a zero. He's kind of shaded. Okay. This would be the right guard blocking down, even though he's not in a zero.
Square.
He's kind of shaded, but this probably would help.
Laterally. And then get high with my inside foot, but don't turn your pads. They'll come around you.
This guy's more head up. Okay. So let's see who this is. This would be the right guard blocking down. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why do you not like the lateral? Because they'll just cross your face?
I like the lateral. I don't like
head up. Okay.
Down.
You like your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage.
Shoulder square and almost power stepping with your inside foot.
So let's see who this is. This would be the right guard.
The whatever guard I am. I want to go down. Okay.
Down.
Let's use this hand. Okay.
Yeah, but this guy's more head up. Okay.
I want to go down square posting and then clamp them with my outside hand on the shoulder pad. I don't want to turn my
let's see who this is. This would be the right guard blocking down.
I want to play long.
Okay.
I want to hit him in the gut with my inside hand and clamp him with my outside hand, keeping the shoulders totally square.
Here again, is the left guard blocking down.
But
Now, I don't
these
know
are
how
just down
this will
blocks
work on an
for the
inside
kid that
zone
asked
when
me a
everybody just
question.
blocks down on the play side, but
They run zone
I'm
plays
just doing this for this
over the
young high
guard
school kid.
where everybody blocks down. I never heard of it. It was like crazy. But I did it for the
Okay.
kid.
So here's a
Here's
zero
a left
nose.
guard blocking down on a zero nose.
Okay. And this be the left guard blocking down. Okay. The center's leaving them. So don't get this confused with powers and counters and guys pulling. This is just for this young man that's having an issue when the center leaves him on an inside zone to him.
I don't get it.
So this would be the left guard blocking down. So don't treat it as a power counter, whatever. This is just for the young man that wants to know about blocking down on a nose.
Crazy question by that kid, but he's only a junior high kid.
All right, so Jim Tim's got a question. Can you show blocking scheme versus twisting? Didn't we show inside zone versus twist?
No, I tell you what we did. We did with the Jets. I put video out that Jim Tim should have of the New York Jets keeping the shoulders square as he covered the front side gap. But you don't have it because it's one of my Twitter shows that I've sent maybe a week ago.
A week ago.
Yeah, he's in green. The Jets. Yeah,
all right, Matt Stewart has a question, Coach. Coach, can you talk through your teaching points on a down block, a solo down block on the play side of power, let's say?
Yes, I will talk you through it. I'm a right guy in a right-handed stance. Since the guard might pull, I don't want to trip him. So I'm going to take my inside foot and step lateral, like a post step. Okay? I'm going to bring my outside foot, which is staggered, to follow. So I'm going to like post and then bring my outside foot shoulder square. I'm going to hit him right in the gut with an inside uppercut. And then I'm going to clamp him with my outside hand if he tries to spin off or cross over the top. I'm going to keep outside head position. Inside lift, outside clamp, shoulder square. If the guard is not pulling, but he's also blocking down, like you're pulling the backside guard, then I would drop my post foot to go inside and stay square, okay? And I'd pigeon toe it as I drop it, and I'd go square, but because I won't trip the guard because he's not pulling. So if the guard was pulling, I'd have my inside foot high as I'm moving inside square. If the guard inside of me, let's say I'm the tackle, was blocking down, then I would drop my post foot as I'm moving inside. I would keep my head outside. I'd hit him in the gut with the inside hand, like a lift, like an inside lift, and the outside hand would come and clamp, so he doesn't fall over the top. I would not turn my pads on an angle, ever.
All right, Ethan Stomp has a question. Would you ever strike the hip with the clamp hand on a down block to try to manipulate the D lineman's power base, if you will?
No, I wouldn't. I would only use the inside hand to clamp on an inside move because the inside is the closest thing to the quarterback. The outside hand being high stops the guy from pursuing outside. So if you thought, how do I stop a guy from going outside? Outside hand high. How do I stop a guy from going inside? Inside hand low.
Jim Tim says he will go back and look at your Twitter posts on picking up the twists from the inside zone. Matt Stewart said, thank you. That was great. Talking about the teaching points on a down block. I remember listening to you at one of the cool clinics, said you could talk 2 hours on a down block.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you the other thing is that when you're running a pure power, okay, where let's say you're pulling the backside guard, okay, if the tackle and the guard and the center all block back and they turn, they're going to get beat over the top. So the best way, if you were blocking like a bear defense, you know, like a nose with 2-3 techniques, tackle comes down square. Guard stabs the 3 with his outside foot and hand, then blocks down on the nose. The center stabs the 0, then comes back on the backside 3. The backside guard shuffles like a mother to get a hand on the 3 before he hinges. So he can at least help the center, because that 3 or that wide 3 is hard for the center to block back on. But if that backside tackle really hustles to get inside and get a shot on him, he'll slow him down. Okay, so what I'm saying is the center and the front guard should stab their men before they block back. Okay, because then their shoulders will be square. Okay, and then the guy they're blocking down on won't be as apt to come over the top of them. I don't think anybody understands what I just said, but maybe they do.
Well, Coach, when I'm going to down block a guy and I'm the right tackle and I got a 3 technique, when I
can just stay square and block down. There's nobody outside of me to strike and hit. But if I'm a guard, go stab them with your outside arm, like the up kick, which you could do as an up kick, and then immediately stay square and move laterally down on the nose.
If I'm the tackle, do I keep my inside foot up?
If I'm the tackle, you keep your inside foot up. Yes, you do keep your well, it really doesn't matter, because you're not going to trip the guard. Okay, so I would drop my inside foot, because it's when you keep your inside foot high, you lock your hips. When you drop your inside foot, you have more flexibility to move inside, but you don't turn your pads. It's like you're the opposite tackle kicking to the outside. Whenever you want to move to your inside and drop your post foot, you should pigeon toe that post foot. Drop it, and pigeon toe it in. If you drop it and pigeon toe it out, you'll turn your. What I'm saying, you're moving inside. If you want to move inside and stay square, drop your inside foot, but pigeon toe it. That'll force your shoulders square. If you drop your inside foot and turn, it doesn't do you any good.
If I'm the right tackle and I'm blocking down on a 3 technique on a down block, and that guy tries to cross my face, then do I swing my outside foot up?
Well, your outside foot would automatically be up if you dropped your post foot.
So how do I handle a guy who's trying to cross my face? I just stay on the block?
Well, you're square and you got a clamp hand.
Okay, the clamp hand.
But you haven't turned your pads. You're square, so he's the least apt to cross your face, because the squarer you on, the more you can clamp them and stay in front and stay in front, and then eventually might rip them, drive them. But if you turn your pads and he cross your face, you got no chance to block him.
We got 12 people on now, Coach. These guys must have thought we meant 8 Central Time. Parker Montgomery. Coach has a question. Don't get mad, all right, because we're getting some good questions. Hey, Coach, my question is about slow slip screens to the running back, the classic screen. It seems we're always adjusting rules, angles, and which O-line gets out. Can you talk more about this? What is the universal or easiest rule if you're running these slow screens, these slow classic screens to the running back?
Well, what most people do is they have the guard jump the guy, okay? Not set soft. They have him jump him, okay? And that gives them easier access to then slip them to go to the outside. The center is usually the second guy, okay, that leads upfield. the first guy kicks out, and the offside guard, after he punches his guy, is the guy that kind of peek backs and looks for any body trailing from the backside. When you get to, if you're the first puller and you get to the hash mark, go north. Don't keep running to the sideline, because when the running back gets to the hash, he should run north.
And the offensive tackles are pass blocking?
The offensive tackles are pass blocking, but they're a little softer to let their guy not beat them, but you can give them the inside a little bit. Okay, so overset them, set deep, let them beat you inside, then drive them, all right? Okay, make them go inside.
Got you, Coach. All right, if anybody else has got any questions, put it in the chat. We're going to go back to Coach's Twitter. He's going to talk us through some of this film.
Here's more of the mid-wide zone fullback.
Watch the
leading
guard
with the tight end,
tackle.
etc. Okay, this is when I was with the Jets with Coach Callahan. Okay,
Watch
let's
the right
watch
guard
the
and right
play.
tackle.
All right, here we go. Watch how the right guard doesn't just vacate the line of scrimmage.
It'll go back.
Okay, here we go. Watch how the right tackle stuffs him.
And that's your mid zone.
Nobody's piercing. You understand what I mean?
Well, it could be wide zone course.
What do you mean nobody's piercing? When you say on the film nobody's piercing, what do you mean?
Nobody is just fucking going like a banshee to get to the second level. They're always hanging around the line of scrimmage for a count to see if there's pinches, stunts, whatever. If you just pierce the line of scrimmage, you can't help your buddy to your inside or your outside.
I mean,
watch the right tackle. He kind of shuffles.
Okay.
Watch the right tackle shuffle. Watch the right
here.
guard move laterally. Foot fire. The right guard stuffs the end to the guard or puts a hand on him. Ball cuts up anyway. Watch the center
See
get
the
a
right
little
tackle
depth.
kind of shuffle.
That's Nick Mangold, ain't it?
Yeah. Wide zone people just run off the ball. Somebody brainwashed them.
Watch the right guard. He stays on the line of scrimmage. He passes the defensive end of the center and then works with the right tackle. He's not piercing the line of scrimmage.
Run it back. Oh, yeah. Well, run it back, coach. See, most people with a wide zone, they have that right guard just fire out like a motherfucker and try to kill that end. But they don't know that the nose isn't going to slant front side or the backer's not going to go backside.
Watch the right guard. He stays on the line of scrimmage. He passes the defensive end of the center and then works with the right tackle.
Watch the left guard.
He's not
move
piercing
laterally.
the line of scrimmage.
He skips. Watch the right tackle shuffle.
Right tackle kind of shuffles.
Because he doesn't know who to help.
Tight end
Does he help
torques
the
him
tight
out
end? Does he help the
on a
the
match
guard?
block.
Then he climbs up on his backer.
All right, Ethan Stomp has a question, Coach. Ethan Stump wants to know, what do you mean by guard jumps his guy? Unfamiliar with this term.
Short sets. Goes forward. Doesn't take net normal pass setting where you're soft on your sets and either back up or just stay on the line of scrimmage. You go forward. Jump. You jump the guy. You jump on top of him.
Like if you had Vince Wilfork in a 3 technique, you're going to have to jump him.
You jump everybody. Jumping is the base for me. Now, a tackle against a wide end might not be able to jump them, but centers and guards for sure. Jump, 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 jump.
Because you're attacking them on the last.
Make them read you. Don't you read them.
You got it, Ethan? So some people call it a short set. Short set the same thing as jump set to you, Coach?
Yes.
All right. I'm going back to the film. If anybody has any questions, put it in there.
I ain't doing no more film.
All right. So no more Twitter?
No more. No, Twitter film, yes. No more podcast film. Fuck that.
The back and the tight end working together. Okay, so here we go.
Now, the only reason I put this out
left.
here, somebody had a question.
Okay. Don't worry about the tackle, whether he does it the way I like it or not, but there's the back, 44, and the tight end to the same side.
Tight end are going for an outside guy. They
let's go to the next one.
Search blocking. Wide zone with a lead guy.
All right. There's the back. Release. There's the tight end releasing, and the back blocking the end, and the tight end's got the force.
That's Kittle.
Okay. Here's the tight end. Okay. And then there's the back chipping with him.
See the back chip him with him? Because he's en route to get this force man. So
you
they
can't
just
see it,
double
but
that
they're
guy.
both going for that number 26 out here.
You can line them right next to the tight end if you want.
Okay. Here's the back getting the force or the secondary man. Okay. Here's the fullback going back inside because he sees a big hole.
And the force may be down weak, which means he doesn't have to handle a force man strong.
Here's the back and the tight end working together. And the back slips inside. Okay. Here's the back going inside.
All right, we got some questions, Coach. Ethan Stomp says, thank you. And then he says, who had the search block? Kittle on the force defender or 44 Juice?
Well, you can do it either way. If the tight end and the back run a course, and if that defensive end is in the way, the back will chip him, and one of them will come off for the defensive back. If it's a clean read, then the fullback or the back blocks him. Okay. If the fullback lined up right next to the tight end, they double team the end, and one of them would come off for the force man. So what I'm saying to you, the back probably runs a course for the inside leg of the tight end. We saw one where the tight end actually released to block the force, and the back actually blocked the end. That was a game plan situation.
Yeah, then Ethan says,
it's like a tandem. If two guys are on a tandem, whether they're right next to each other or the one guy comes from depth.
Ethan says, or was that referring to Staley 74 on that first clip? Do you remember what he's referring to?
Right. I mean, we'd have to go back.
videos of the best team doing it, San Francisco.
Staley's
The
number
back
74.
and the tight end working together.
Let's just see where he is.
Okay,
There
so
he
here
is.
we
Okay.
go. Tight end is to the left. Okay. Don't worry about the
So what
tackle.
they've got here
whether he
is
does
they've
it
got
the way I
the
like
back
it or not. But
predetermined to block the force. Okay, like they called it 97 force rather than 97 tandem or
there's the
whatever.
back.
Then the tackle and the tight end work out.
Don't worry about the tackle.
Different call.
Whether he does it the way I like it or
I think we might have called it Bob. Back on backer or back boss back
Yeah,
on
but
strong.
usually that's to the weak side. To the strong side, I think they used to call it something like force or search or something of that nature.
Now the technique that Staley's using, that's like Alex Gibbs outside zone
Yeah,
technique.
but that's okay because you don't have to block that linebacker over you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
if
'cause
you
you
have
have
to block the linebacker over you, you better shuffle first because you don't know he's not going to go back inside, or
Yes,
you
sir.
don't have to. Yes, or you don't have to help the three. Or watch it. Here's some good ones of the tackle, mid to wide
regardless where
zone.
the end or the
Okay,
backer
watch
is.
the left tackle.
Here's what I like the tackles to do on wide or mid zone,
Same play
regardless
to me,
where
wide
the
or
end
mid.
or the
It's the
backer
blocking.
is. So you cover all variables. Watch the tackle shuffle deep. Okay, here we go. Left tackle. See him shuffle? He's not piercing right now. Okay. He's got 50. He can decide if, let's say, an inside linebacker blitzed across his face or the 3-1 technique jumped out. You buy time. You're not in a hurry.
Look at that guy going a ride, coach. That backside 3 technique.
Okay. He's got 50. He can
Because the
decide
backside
if, let's
3
say,
technique.
an inside linebacker blitzed across his face
Talking about
or
the
the
front side 3.
3-1 technique jumped out.
Which guy gets put on the
You
ground
buy
here?
time.
That's that backer.
You're not in a hurry.
That's that backer.
Out.
Okay, yeah.
You buy time.
That plus
And,
backer on the
He
backside.
can decide if, let's say, an inside
Yeah, I
linebacker
gotta see it
blitzed across
Boom.
his face or the 3-1 technique jumped out.
You see, the reason they were able to
You
block
buy
the
time.
backside 3 jumped out.
You're not
Jumped
in a
out to
hurry.
the tackle. Most of them follow
You
the
shuffle
guard,
deep
and you
on
don't-
wide zone.
You can't even
okay?
catch them.
All right. Here's the right tackle. His linebacker is inside. Whether he's inside or outside, I'd do the same technique. I wouldn't cut the guy. Of course, he missed him. Okay, now here's the reason he shuffles is because the 92 is going to fold over.
It's
Now,
to the
this
weak
is on an
side.
inside zone, but I do it on an outside zone too. Okay, see the left tackle? He's got a key that 92 is probably going to fall inside. But there's a
He's flex.
shuffle by the tackle. Okay.
Hey, coach, let me ask you something about
He's got a key
how
that
do you
92 is probably going to.
how do you like these receivers cracking to account for these safeties? Because these corners, they don't really like to tackle. Do you like doing that in your run game?
I do,
fall
but they never
inside.
fucking get them.
There's a shuffle by the tackle.
Yeah, he didn't
Okay.
get them there, did he?
You're better off blocking always a man from the inside out.
He's got
Whether you bring the motion man in and out, if he's got an angle from the inside out, it's better than an angle from the outside in. Because the outside in, the safety fills, they miss them 3/4 of the time. They never get them fucking blocked.
got a key that 92 is probably going to fall inside. But
Block
there's
the
a shuffle
force
by
from the
tackle.
inside out.
Okay.
Block the most dangerous safety from the inside out.
All right. Kansas City does it the best. They come across the backfield. Okay. Watch the right tackle. Shuffle. All right. The end goes out. The 3 really loops. So he comes back and helps the whatever. Even if his man was outside of the defensive end, even if his man was 28, that guard needs some help. Okay. All right. Here's the right tackle again, worried about the guy falling over the top.
The weak side.
And again, here is
strong side.
The right tackle. Okay. Shuffling first.
Wide zone people don't believe in that. They pierce the guy. Pierce means go now, like a needle. I can't hear you.
Ethan Stomp said, awesome explanation. Thanks.
You're welcome. Here's a perfect one. Watch this left tackle shuffle deep, and he gets right behind the tight end. Watch the tight end not leave the guy now. Most people would just release the tight end. The tight end stays on the 7 technique for a while. It's perfect.
He just kind of steps in place. He hits the guy, then he comes off late.
Yeah, don't worry about the
lead. He just doesn't leave to get 50. See that? Where you might just decide to leave to get 50.
A tight end.
Okay? You don't want 50 to fall back. Let's watch these here, okay? All right.
This is what not to do.
These are these stacks. Okay.
Watch the defensive end.
See the defensive end fall back?
That's because the tight end didn't stay on him long enough. See the tight end trying to get an outside.
See the tight end?
See the tight end? The tight end should get
you see why the left tackle's got to come off on the backer? Because the backer falls back because the back cuts back.
They both get on the guy at the same time.
That's why the shuffle the tackle.
Okay, here we go.
Watch the tight end bide a little time on him.
Good shuffle by the tackle.
We may have seen this one. Here we go.
And it's the policy agenda that seems to be not meeting with the approval of voters. And it's as if just that wide swath of Americans that
okay, here it is. Look. See the backer fall back?
See, the tackle's already engaged on the defensive end.
See if
and that backer falls back. Because see how the tight end's trying to release right now? That makes the tackle get all of the end. Instead of the tight end staying on the end longer and the tackle getting some depth to see what he's got to do.
The tight end just leaves him now?
I was looking to see if
tight end, stay on the motherfucking guy unless your guy is so wide that you know he's not going to fall back.
We may have seen this one. Here we go.
But watch the tight end. He tries to almost take an outside release on this guy, I think. Yeah, see him release? See him release?
Okay, here it is. Look.
2 guys tied on the 1. Nobody blocks the fall back.
See the backer fall back? See the tackle come off? See if the tight end just leaves him now?
Now, the wing did a good job of blocking, so they did make some yards.
Look at these right here, Coach.
I don't know.
Look at that.
All the way down. Seals are going to take me if I get 10 full ones.
I think you're going to be able to.
All the way down, though. All the way down. I think I get 8.
That's impressive.
Same play. We've seen this one. Let it go. Seen that one. Seen that one. Wilfork. This is the lunge.
I don't think we got this one, Coach.
Okay, all right.
Behind
All
or
right,
under
another
number
footwork
75,
thing.
the
All
right
right.
guard. See that
Watch
guy
his
right there?
feet. Watch his feet. He's on the goal line. Doesn't matter if you're on the goal line or not. His feet
Right
don't
guard.
go forward.
Okay.
He just lunges.
He doesn't brace.
Lunge.
He doesn't step. He doesn't jab. He doesn't foot fire. He just lunges. Okay. Now, this is no different than hopping back and lunging, except you do not even move your feet. Obviously, this is a very effective technique, particularly when you want to just explode off the ball. He'd be even stronger if he hopped back. Let's look. All right. So there's lunge, dip. So he's dipping as he's lunging.
Don't
he's the gorilla
fucking
in the zoo
step.
that wants to attack you. Okay.
If you step, make it sure it's one of those brace things or a foot fire or a hop. No, go to the next one. Thank you. Yeah, let's see this one. Foot fire.
But you're moving forward, but you're moving
firing your feet
forward with little steps before you dip and lunge. So it's really not a brace factor as it is using foot fire. Let's watch this left tackle here now. Let's see what he's got going. Okay. He might be a little high. He might have to dip a little more, but see his feet foot fire? No lead step. Okay.
Oh, this is good stuff here.
All right, let's see.
Here's the left tackle.
Watch this left tackle block down.
Let go.
See him fire his feet? No big steps. Okay. That's a down block. Okay. But he fired his feet. Okay. Fire his feet. No big steps. Okay. Watch this left tackle block down.
See how square he is?
See him fire his feet? No big steps. Okay. That's a down block. Okay. But he fired his feet. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get to a right guard. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's watch now. 62. Here we go. Watch this right guard. Okay. Watch him fire his feet. Lift, drive. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Watch this. This is perfect.
All right.
The guy's kind of flexed, so he fires his feet,
right.
and he does go forward, but his feet are underneath him. Run that. Oh, my God.
So he's got to close the space. So see his feet kind of, there's no big step. See him, now watch him dip right there. Watch where his feet are. This is a perfect clip. Oh, my God. All right. Now watch this guy, 66, okay?
Every one of his blocks
moving laterally,
is foot fire.
but he's foot firing laterally.
Now he's
no
rooted.
big steps. Okay.
All right, we got some questions here, Coach.
Yep.
Ethan Stomp says, looks like this guard starts with a wider stance pre-snap. Would you agree, approve on the lunge? Referring to Washington versus New Orleans play.
Well, if you knew a guy was just going to two-gap you, go straight ahead every single time, okay? Then I would either lunge or hop and lunge. I wouldn't foot fire, okay? I wouldn't necessarily brace step. Even if I was running an inside zone, I would probably lunge, okay? Now, he's on the goal line, so he's a little lower and he's a little more there. You got more of a chance of more movement on an upfield defense. Very few teams just line up across from you and just try to blast straight into you. If they do, they're pretty stupid because they'll never get off the block.
Yeah, Coach.
But yes. Yeah, lunge is good. Hop and lunge is good. Brace and lunge is good. No, don't step forward. You'll get knocked back in the Ohio River.
We have some questions that I don't know why they're not appearing, but they're on YouTube. I'm going to go back and check on YouTube. Steve Saunier, who is the offensive line coach at West Florida, says, does the defender's alignment always determine your angle set? Basically, when does an O-lineman use angle A, B, or C?
Angle A is generally for a tackle. Okay. A guard is angle A. An offensive tackle has got the help of a tight end releasing or a fairly slow guy, no threat of a tackle end stunt. He goes totally parallel to the line of scrimmage on a 30-degree angle and almost gets on him before the defender's out of his stance. Angle B, okay, a little quicker guy, no tight end next to you, the conventional kick slide angle. Angle C, you got the threat of a TE, or you got a real fast guy. So now you're getting a little deeper, about 65-degree angle, always widening the pocket.
All right, right on. I'm going to check the YouTube, Coach, to see if there's any questions on the YouTube that I might have missed. All right, looking at the YouTube right now, it looks like
all the hard work you and I did is good enough for the guys watching, but Jesus Christ, I need fuck. I put it on Twitter too half the time.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll just tweet them out, Coach, and then we'll go back and talk about those rather than making the video, because we waited 30 minutes to, put all those clips on the one video and then upload them on YouTube.
Oh, and I must have spent 2 or 3 hours minimum of trying to get them in the right order. But
then I messed it all up.
Let's put it this way. If they don't watch now I don't understand. I follow them. They follow me. I can't follow every single guy that follows me. I got almost 5,000 followers, right? I'm not going to tap 5,000 that I follow. Fuck, that's too fucking hard. Follow. If they don't follow me, okay, and they don't watch Twitter, they're shit out of luck. Because that's where I'm going to put all the good plays. When we go to a podcast, it's just talking.
Yeah, it's just us sitting here and talking. Now, if there's anybody that has a question, you need to put it in the chat. We got 10 guys here in the room, and we ain't have anybody asking any questions to Coach McNally. I'm not going to promise that he's not going to cuss you out. But you need to ask, all right? You're never going to get that girl unless you ask her out. You're never going to miss the winning shot if you don't shoot it. Shout out to the LC Bird girls basketball team playing.
Hey, Coach, the problem is a lot of guys are good coaches. They just don't understand. They need to see it and get the coach like me to explain it. See it. We just don't have that kind of time. It would have to be a 2-hour clinic for me, like at a Glazer, or somebody bring me in to talk to their to 100 coaches for 6 hours and then demonstrate. You can't do it over this Twitter shit. They'll never understand it perfectly unless they're at an advanced level. That's why I said I'm better talking to the coaches that are at an advanced level, because they can pick up the little stuff that I might not cover, okay, or that I don't have time to cover. But if a coach is kind of green and kind of young and just learning, they'll be lost. Totally lost.
Yeah.
My value is shit.
Yeah, but I think since you went back and you went over a lot of that stuff on Twitter, maybe after they've already watched it on Twitter, then they hear you talk about it on the podcast, guys like me, we're actually going to somewhat start to get it.
Yeah, because I'm only showing the advanced stuff because I coach the best players doing the best or the worst things. You know what I mean? That's better than seeing a sideline shot from a high school that you don't see the end zone and the guy's a horseshit player. So, you know, in the NFL, they don't stay blocked long, like about a second. But
Yeah.
I'm bragging on that. It's just that I'm lucky enough to have those clips. So
Yeah.
if the guys aren't advanced where I lose them, those are the wrong people that I should be talking to.
Well, this guy right here is advanced, coach. He is the O-line coach at West Florida, and he's friends with Strollo. He's the one that came on the show with Strollo. He said,
good.
What are your coaching points for the backside guard when he is pass blocking a 2-eye technique?
Just like I showed, drop the post foot, use the outside arm. Okay, he's in a 2-eye, he's inside of you. Drop your post foot, keep your shoulder square, pigeon toe your inside foot as you drop it, keep you square. Punch him right in the face with your outside hand.
Yeah.
No post step, no power step, no bullshit like that, even though I invented it.
So you actually invented the post foot, because that was something I heard Coach Ramsire talk about all the time.
Because he used to come to the Bengals.
And he talked about the post foot. And I had a coach who was offensive coordinator for me, and we bet $100. He said, these kids don't know what a post foot is. I said, yes, they do. And I asked them, what's a post foot? And they said, my inside foot.
Yeah. Well, bottom line is really the guy that put me onto it, I got to admit, but I advanced it a little bit, was Jerry Wampfler back in 1979 with the Eagles. He talked about the power step, the post foot, but I spread it nationwide. The problem is when you post foot or power step, you lock your hips. You're locked. If the center has disappeared, that damn guy's got a straight shot to the quarterback.
And I never heard of an offensive guard switching their post foot until I met you, because I saw it in the Super Bowl and I said, that kid lost his post foot. No, the guy went inside of him and he switched his post foot just like a center. So when did y'all start teaching this, Coach? When did it come about?
Because I would see guys naturally, when the guy would go inside, drop their post foot. Then I really started to coach it, and I learned they not only dropped their post foot, they turned their pads. So how do you keep your shoulder square when you drop your post foot? You can all get up now and just try it. If I drop my post foot, kind of pigeon toe it. And then as I move, you'll see how that'll keep you square. But if you drop your post foot and open it up, you'll turn your pads and open up the seam a little too great. Pigeon toe means like a guy who kind of talk,
like LeBron.
Yeah.
Inside.
The more you pigeon toe, they'll never get a total pigeon toe. If they make it parallel, the square or the shoulders, that's on the kick step outside too.
Yeah, because if you kick step and your foot is parallel to the line of scrimmage, that's going to automatically open your shoulders up.
No, yes. When you say parallel, it's turned.
Yes, turned.
Yes.
Like your instep is turned to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. As a tackle, you've almost got to throw the outside arm to keep you square as you're moving to the outside, okay? And pigeon toe the foot. That will keep you square. The reason is if you open your chest to them, they can go inside, outside, or bull you down the middle. If your chest is square, all they got to hit is the shoulder.
And just meeting you using the one hand in the pass pro, I mean, I picked up so much on that. So these defensive linemen,
but it's proactive. What I mean by proactive is watch how fast my hand comes up. Okay, so whether I'm in a 2-point, 3-point stance, watch the proactivity. Boom, 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 boom. Here's what most kids do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No.
you're
In fact-
shocking the guy. You're shocking
In
him.
fact,
Boom.
you could almost, from a 2-point stance, say I'm crouched in a 2-point, I could almost put my hands out like this, as long as I'm not off sides. Now, when the ball is snapped, watch. Boom, boom. How fast can you get you don't even need the helmet, shoulder pads, or any of that shit. Because if you play long with your hands, you keep the head out, which is the number one thing in football now, keep the head out of the block. If you block like the gorilla in the zoo, you arch your back, you climb, your hands are underneath to lift or torque. You're not pushing. I'll bet you there are thousands of coaches that are following me that push, push, push. You never bring your hips unless you lift, lift, lift. All right. The proper stance is the old Notre Dame stance. Remember, you used to see those old Notre Dame linemen, or back in the old days, their ass was almost on the ground because they hit on the rise. This flat back shit is old school.
Which Notre Dame? What Notre Dame are you talking about? You talking about like
Newt Rockne?
The Newt Rockne. Okay, coach, we got this guy here. I don't think he's a coach. Good looking honky. Totem friends. Hi, Peter North here. Old adult film star, retired. Love the show tonight, guys. Thanks, Peter North. Peter North, we don't know who you are, but here he says, good looking honky. Peter North says, William Dafoe on the right. He thinks you look like William Dafoe, coach.
That's me. Or
He
you.
made a great green goblin. Show him your nose, coach. Show the adult film star. Look at that.
That's because I stuck it in a lot of poontang.
Coach, what do you like to do, coach, with your tongue?
I used to work it real good. Now I'm too old. They don't even look at me.
Hey, old Peter North, retired.
Is that Johnny Depp in the picture? I love Johnny Depp.
It looks, he loves it, coach. Hey, coach is retired NFL football coach, but he's looking to get into adult films.
No, my dick is too short.
Oh man, you're the best. All right, what we got? We got any more film, coach? What do we got? We got any more Twitter? Not actual film that me and you spent hours to download and to upload onto YouTube. Not that film, but we already looked.
What this is.
We saw this one, did we?
I don't know. Play it.
Forward. Let's watch the right guard here. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go. All right, watch 66. Okay,
Yeah, we saw
watch his
him.
feet now.
He
They
just
spread.
He hopped.
You can see the feet spread. Some guys will hop a little deeper.
Listen, he's
right.
rooted.
He doesn't take a lead
rooted.
step. Now it's on
Both
a double
feet are on
team,
the
and he
ground
gets a
when he
pancake.
strikes.
Okay, so
Fuck
let's see
that
what we got
lead step.
next. Watch this right guard here.
We saw
He kind
this.
of moves inside, kind of foot fires or whatever you want to call it.
We saw
that one.
Yeah, watch this. Now this guy does step forward with his second step because the guy is flexed. He's flexed. Okay.
All right. Good looking
the defender.
Good looking honky said he could help you. Can he help?
How?
Can you help him on the size, or can you help him on a job? All right. Good looking honky.
I don't need a job I'm 80 years old. For Christ. 79.
Coach, good. Love you guys. We love you too. Good looking honky. There you go.
Pop means is you step forward, okay? That might be because the guy is flexed or soft, and you can't just dip or stomp because you have to gain some ground forward because he's too far away from you,
the
okay?
key is watch him dip,
he still will lunge. Okay, let's watch this right guard, okay?
Hey, Coach, what if that was actually Johnny Depp talking to him?
All right.
He'll brace.
So he
See him
breaks,
dip. Watch him
the right
dip.
foot
Watch
drops,
him dip.
actually, even though the back's in his way.
In
And
fact,
then
he really
the left
doesn't
foot
pick up
goes
his inside
forward.
foot
See it
very
go
far.
forward, okay? And then he dips. See the dip? Okay? And when he strikes, his feet are rooted. You know what I mean? They're rooted. They're both behind him.
They're both
Okay?
on the
There's not
ground.
a
If you
foot
were to
that's ahead of
freeze
him
that,
when he blocks.
there is not one
Okay?
foot
Let's watch
is off
another
the ground.
guard
All right, I'm gonna freeze it.
when he blocks. Okay.
Well, you got to
Okay.
run it
Let's
back.
watch. You know the back's in his way. And then, okay, let's watch this right guard. Okay. All right, here we go.
Slow
right.
slow motion. His feet are
Okay.
yeah.
So he
you're good.
braces. The right foot drops, actually, even though the back's in his
Yeah.
way.
Drive,
And
drive,
then
drive, drive,
the left
drive.
foot goes forward. See it go forward. Okay. And then he dips. See the dip?
Hey, coach, I once had a trainer tell me that Oklahoma was illegal. 1-on-1. Isn't every play turn out to be Oklahoma? So how is football legal if Oklahoma is illegal?
What do you mean? What are they doing? Holding or something?
No, a trainer once told me that we're not allowed to do Oklahoma 1-on-1 with a running back running the ball. Isn't every play?
It's okay if you don't use your head and use your hands.
Yeah. So we don't coach the head. We're all about safety. All right.
Yeah.
Ethan Stomp says, what is the YouTube film video titled, or is there a link you could share? Are you talking about the actual video that me and Coach were watching? Is that what he's talking about, Coach? Well,
I don't have any idea.
I think he's talking about the video that we uploaded that's private. We're not going to make that public, are we? That's
Well, I put them all on YouTube anyway. I mean, I'm sorry. I put them all on Twitter anyway.
Yeah, so what's the difference? All right, we will post that, and we'll just we'll label it the 3-7 Clinic video. So we'll put that up there for you, Ethan, because it's all on Twitter anyway. And Coach Tube said we were allowed to post this stuff, didn't they?
I think so.
Ethan Stump said yes. Yes, Ethan Stump. I appreciate you watching all the coaches' podcasts. You see this? We saw this one, didn't we, Coach?
Yeah.
We saw that one.
Yeah, we saw this.
Ooh, that's
No,
what I like.
No, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Next video. Not me. Not me.
Coach, I've had a lot of people asking me about you wearing these WVU or in these Purdue shirts. Why do you wear WVU in Purdue?
Because at the gym, I wear those shirts because they're my gym shirts. And my granddaughter goes to WVU, and my other granddaughter goes to Purdue.
Okay, great. So they sent you those shirts. That's good. All right, now this is Scott. You want to introduce this, Coach?
This is Scott Peters. Let's see what he says.
Clowney, this is an 8-14, okay, versus an inside move. This is where we use the catch hand on that inside move, okay? You can see him working angle A, shaving. He throws a 1-4 inside clamp handle. That prevents the inside move, okay? Here's our rookie tackle last year, 8-14 with a pull and a ride.
Hey, flat
angle A, throws an outside pillar, inside.
See how he gets on him so quick?
The defender works an outside swat. He works wide. We're going to pull and ride up the field, okay? Here's an A-14 with a vice under by our right guard, okay? A vice is when we get two hands high.
Coach, when he says an A-14, that's an A step, but what's the 14 mean?
Okay, they have a numbering system. Like 1 is an outside punch to the breastplate. 4 is an inside lift. 3 is a clamp, okay? So you'd have to read his first.
Yeah.
I put on YouTube, he's got a chart.
Gotcha, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we're going to use a little bit of a clog here. We're going to drop our elbows down and in. And once we get those hands in there, we're going to roll our elbows in and then he works an under refit. So here's an A14. Boom, outside plate, outside armpit, inside clamp. Adds the handles, brings the vise, refits, hops, it's over. Here's the next one, A14 with a clog. We don't really like this as much because we don't like that he doesn't hop, but you get the idea. This is a clog.
He
look at a
clamps the
clog.
jersey.
Defender tries to upgrade position.
See, I like to admit I somewhat understand the footwork, but I've not been as good with the hands. So I need to get better at that. I'm glad you introduced.
One arm is longer than two.
You introduced me to Scott Peters.
Well,
to Scott Peters' video. I don't actually know Scott.
Drops his right elbow in to create more disruption, or at least more power.
A clog is when a guy tries to get back underneath
He's using his
you,
clamp on the inside
and
handle
you
to
drive
control.
your
We'd like
elbow
to see a hop
down.
there.
You
Okay.
drive it
Here's
down.
an
You do not let
A14
him.
with a
That's
trap. Michael Dunn. This is our right guard. One of our free agents coach talked about in this clinic. Okay, this is A14 with a late trap. Mike's a trapping.
Coach, what is the late trap? Is that where he torques them down?
That's where he traps his long arms because he feels pressure into driving them back. So he loses ground and he knocks the hands or their elbows down.
Michael Dunn. This is our right guard. One of our free agents coach talked about in this clinic. Okay, this is A14 with a late trap. Mike's a trapping machine. This guy works the shit out of his hands. So you can see a 1-4 here, and he brings a trap late. Boom. Okay, good. Here's an A12 trap. Okay, this is a 1-2. Okay, when the center has a cross face. Okay, we're coming really fast with our hands. You get a better appreciation from this side. A 1-2. Okay, and then he feels pressure.
Outside
Boom.
pillar,
He's got a pressure
inside
trap. That
clamp.
pressure comes back in. We're working traps as part of our counters. Here's a look at it.
Can you talk a little bit about what they're doing there when they trap and then they throw the guy down like that? Because that looks like that would be very, very successful in all of these high school pass rushes where all these guys try to bull rush all the time.
When you feel pressure like a bull rush, all right, you either hop back, which is the best thing, and then you take one hand at a time, okay? And it's generally the inside hand first, all right? And it's like you boom, boom, okay, rather than just taking two hands right down. But bottom line, whether you take one or two hands, they got their hands locked on you, and they've got so much forward lean that a trap means that you come down with the heel of the hand, okay, like Tunch Ilkin. All you got to do is Google Tunch Ilkin, and they used to practice, chopping the forearm down, and you can chop both forearms down at once, and as you hop back, and you'll put them right on the ground. But you do that versus a bull rush.
I watch all this 7-on or it's camp 1-on-1s. Kids don't have any pads on, and you got defensive linemen just going right at a guy's head.
All you got to do is trap them a couple times, and their head will hit the ground.
Yeah. And Coach, I'm learning. I mean, I never thought of that.
The A12 clog, okay? Angle A, he throws a hand. The defender tries to cross face. That 2 is waiting for him. It touches him. Now you can see the clog. I'm going to show you the really good look at it, what a clog is right here. Here's a 1-2. Watch this defender. He goes to underfit here to reset his hand.
You see him try to fit his arm under. He drives his elbow down
inside.
so he can't get
It's
the
a
hand
nice
under.
counter
That's
for
what
us,
we
and we're
call
going to
a
work on that to finish. Here's an A12 trap with a refit clog, okay? So this is Nick Harris. So Nick's a smaller guy, but he's got explosive hands. So he really works his hands well.
Man, that guy, he's sharp.
He's just teasing you.
So that isn't the whole video. We have to buy that from Coach Two.
No, because they just put that on there for. See, there's this.
So
listen,
angle A, you guys are familiar. I'm not going to cover all these. Angle A, B, and C. These are angle sets. Okay, the various degree angle sets. FJ is a forward jump. RJ is a run jump. We use on run action protections. A P is a post. An S is a settle, which we'll have.
1-2 is a pillar. You hit him in the chest.
3 down.
3
fronts,
they come under.
Kick stunts, and a U is an up kick.
4
Guy
is a
strikes,
clamp.
1-2.
They
Pillar,
clamp
3
the
under.
pad.
Clamp, 5
So
snatch.
it might
You
be
just
a
got that figured out.
1-4.
And finally,
A
counter. So
punch
we're
and
working
a clamp. Okay, a snatch is when they grab the middle of their jersey right down the middle and like hold them right up under here. Then these are all counters. When the guy makes a particular move, you never know what move they're going to make. Those are different counters. For me to explain all that, I know it all perfectly. A 3-hour clinic for probably $1,000.
So you heard Coach's price. 3 hours for $1,000.
Counters. We won't call out the counters because we're not sure what the counters will be. But we can anticipate.
I couldn't possibly cover all that because they'd be so fucking confused.
So, you guys.
They would be what, Coach?
Confused.
Have we seen this one?
Yep. There's
my Cash App.
She's got $5.
I got $5. Appreciate that. Who was the guy, Coach? We shouted him out. He's the only guy.
He was the guy from Rochester.
No, it wasn't Jim Tim, Coach. Jim Tim didn't send the $5. It
was a guy that follows me a lot.
Yeah, he's Carmine, Coach. Carmine 58. Thank you, Carmine 58, for sending $5. So, Coach, how much am I making? If I'm making $5 for
you're making a penny.
a penny. Yeah, because I mean I've done 100 of these in 5 weeks. So 100, they're at least an hour each. That's 100 hours for maybe 2 pennies. 2 pennies an hour. Yeah, Coach. That guy, good looking honky, he was putting some very inappropriate emojis. All right, I don't know who he is, but he was putting some inappropriate emojis, the eggplant. I'm glad it didn't show up. All right, this is a PG-13. All right, we want to watch this one, Coach. Howard Mudd.
Right guard, okay, number 77. You see how he just doesn't. Okay, here's examples of applying an inside target. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's
watch the right guard. Okay, number 77. Do you see how he just doesn't lose the guy that goes inside? He's got his eyes focused on the inside target of that guy. The guy goes inside and he stays with him.
You focus on the inside crease of the inside.
Let's look at the right guard and the right tackle. Okay.
Watch them both.
All right. Ooh, watch how both of them.
I love that.
Keep
that center.
Okay. All right. Watch how both of them keep their eyes glued on the inside, but their feet get all of the guy. You see, both 77 and 75 have got their body entirely covering the defender, but their eyes are inside. And the reason that they can pick up the guy pinching is that their eyes are inside, but their feet are covering the entire guy.
See, the tackle went out and got the next guy.
Wow.
All right. Watch the right guard and right tackle here, okay?
Right guard left too soon.
They're pretty much sitting and looking to see if a third man is coming. They're sorting. 3 have got 4.
Yeah, you don't want to leave number 95.
No, you don't want to leave him. You just want to look.
The right tackle. He just doesn't vacate.
You can get your eyes in your gap, right? Use your left hand.
Yes.
To shock 95.
Yes.
He's got body presence on 24.
Because that's a mismatch. 95 on a center.
While he blocks
a mismatch on anybody.
38.
Yeah.
The right guard is hurrying a little too much.
We blocked him pretty good except the last game.
24. He can set on 75 and still block 24. And basically, this would be like using an outside target on your guy. This is a little confusing, but I hope you understand it. Okay. So that's some.
I want to watch his backside right left guard
to block 24. He can set on 75,
95,
24. And basically, this would be like using an outside target on your guy. This is a little confusing, but I hope you understand it. Okay. So that's some scoop on targeting. Okay.
Just checking the questions. I want to see if Johnny Depp left any more inappropriate emojis.
Was that really Johnny Depp?
And coach, I think it might have been.
This is
Johnny-
the target drill. This is target. This is how to train your eyes.
And who is this guy number 78,
And
coach?
as he's watching my
Munoz,
finger,
and that's me.
I'm going to send
Man.
2 videos.
1980.
First one is how to teach a target. On these drills right here, you'll see I'm asking the blocker to watch my finger. And as he's watching my finger, I give him a head fake. So he has to concentrate on the finger and not watch my head or the whole body. I called this the target drill. And yes, that's me about 40 years ago. Okay, here we go. This is Anthony Munoz, okay? He's moving
Foot
his
fire.
feet. He's going over a little bag, okay? This is a guy named Michael
Coach, that
Bravick,
on
okay?
a 9mm?
All right. See the head
Huh?
fake? He's watching my finger to try to glue his eyes, big eyes.
Is that on 9mm film or is that on VHS?
That's 16 millimeter.
16mm.
Okay,
Because you can hear it running in the background, coach.
Yeah.
almost like a frog. This is Max Montoya, one of the greatest offensive guards in.
How much of that do you have, coach, of that film? Do you have the whole thing?
I got a lot of it.
Yeah, we should upload that to YouTube. That's like historical documentation right there.
Football,
Yeah.
okay?
yeah.
He's zeroing in on a target.
Keeping
The
that
target
post-
may
look
be
at him.
the inside sleeve of your jersey if you're a defensive guy. Okay, this is when I was at Carolina. This is 2 guys doing it on their own. Okay, all right.
So go over that again, coach. What's the purpose of that?
So they don't watch the head. It gives them head fakes.
Yeah.
You watch the target on the inside sleeve of your jersey. So I give them something to train the target. Okay, watch my finger, but don't watch my head.
How did you think of that, coach?
Because I
There was a lot of guys doing the head bob.
Guys were watching the whole fucking head and getting beat with the hesitation of the shaking and baking. So
Yeah.
they watch their head. Their body don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Common sense.
Okay. All right, then I put the guy in the stance and I have the defensive guy come off the ball and make a move as if it was game conditions, just as a drill, okay? So for example, after this drill, I put the guy in a stance and a defensive guy outside of him, and I say set hut, and the defensive guy makes a move, and then they have to apply the target to wherever the target is he's looking at.
You can have an inside target, a mid target, an outside target. Watch this. This right guard is going to jump him.
So
Short
number
set him,
6,
but he seals the guy shake and bake, so he knows there's something happening. He pulls off the jump and backs up and switches the stunt. So he's going to go get the guy. Go get him. Oh, something crazy's happening. I'm going to get picked. I'm going to back up.
So great
Watch him.
question. Coach Bald says, I guess he's referring to, is that Johnny Depp? Is that the real Johnny Depp? He says, great question.
he goes to jump that 3 technique, but he sees something happening, like a guy shaking and baking or hesitating. So he doesn't continue with the jump because he knows there's some gray area
Watch the
with the
defensive guy
defensive move. So
do
he kind of
something
pulls
crazy.
back and then he switches the stunt. Okay, so let's watch. Okay, now watch number 60. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. See him? He wants to go forward, but he sees
wants
the
to
guy
go
shake.
forward.
See him shake?
The defensive guy shakes.
That tells that
He
right
pulls back.
guard that this guy's trying to set him up, trying to pick him with like an end tackle twist. See the end come in? So watch the guard before he
There's
even jumps
nothing
the
you
guy.
can't do, or
back up.
nothing you can't coach.
So he doesn't get picked. Okay?
Watch the left
He
guard from
measured
Denver.
the defender even though he was going to jump him. Okay? Watch
the
this left guard
from
for Denver.
He could get
He's
picked
going
by
to jump that
nose.
loose guy, all right? But he sees him take one step, and before he can actually get on him, he says, holy shit, there's a stunt. So really, when you get good at this, you can go jump a guy and then pull off and then still switch because you know that something weird is happening.
All right, we got
There's two great shots.
We got a question from Steve, Coach.
Yeah.
And Steve, like I told you, the offensive line coach at West Florida. And I don't know why his questions ain't showing up here, but he goes, when an offensive tackle pass sets and the defensive end starts the ET twist, the tackle will drop, lose his inside post, his post foot, and carry that defensive end into the guard. He is still using the pigeon toe, correct?
He's still pigeon toe, and he does the damage with his outside arm, throwing him inside.
So he is losing his post foot?
Yes.
All right, Steve. I gave Steve a link to come on the show. All right. He's got a lot of questions. I don't know why he just don't come on here. He's so sharp, Coach. This guy's good. All right. He's got a question. He says, when you're on the Bob side, man slide of the
I don't know what Bob means.
I think he's talking big on big.
Oh, okay.
The man side of pass pro.
Up kick the guard, period.
What are your thoughts of those offensive linemen working the midline of the pass rushers, having their outside foot, knee down the D-line's body to protect inside?
I don't do any of that. I up kick the guard every time because he protects the inside because he's on the man side. So he uses the up kick, okay, with still an inside target by his eyes, but because his post foot is back automatically, when he up kicks, the post foot is back. He stops the outside charge with the outside hand on the man side. The inside foot is back for the inside move. So the up kick is best on the man side for sure when you have no center help. The tackle does what he does normally. He's got the threat of the TE. He vertical sets. He's got the inside hand up. He still keeps an inside target on his man.
All right, you got that, Steve? Steve is sharp.
Yeah, run this one. We don't have this one.
And the inside lift. This is my favorite hand combination. Outside hand to the outside number. You might hit him in the face mask if he's too wide. But I'd rather close the space with a foot fire and then go forward, go forward, go forward. He does not go forward, but he does a good job with the outside hand than the inside lift. Watch the inside lift. I'll try to isolate it. Okay, here we go.
The second one is better with him. Yeah, go to the next one after this. Well, let it go.
There's the outside hand. He's still a little slow getting it there. But then see the inside hand lift right there? See his inside hand lift? That gets under his pads and like tries to lift him right up. It's a 1-2.
Here's a good look at the inside hand. This next, well, no. There's more.
Watch this left guard. He'll use the outside pillar and the. It's a 1-2.
Yeah, you can see the inside hand. That was good. But I'd rather up kick. Watch this guy. Well, we've seen that guy. Well, yeah, okay. We've seen this guy. Well, here's the guy. Watch him. He drops his post.
Watch inside of me. Watch this guy. He uses his inside hand.
This is why.
Whether he steps up with his post foot or steps lateral, watch how they knock it down.
That's why you drop your post and use your
Okay, see the
outside
knockdown
hand.
to the
Hit him
inside
right
hand?
in the face.
Particularly when the center's going the other way. And he
You're
actually,
not jumping him. You just drop your post. When he's in a 2 or 1 or a shade, you just drop your post. When he's in a 3, you go get him. You go get him. You go get him.
Because when he's in that 2-eye and you step with your inside foot, he's just going to use your momentum and throw you forward, right?
Or if you just posted. But when you
actually steps
step
forward
with
to
your
get this as a
outside
guy that's
okay, or excuse me, let's start over. When you use your outside hand and just drop your post foot, you don't jump him, okay? He's so close to you that you don't need to jump him. He's already on you. You just drop your post and hammer him with that outside hand. But when he's in a 3, because he's not on your body tight, you got to go get him. You got to go get him. When he's in a 2, he's right on you. He's over you. He's close to you. You can get him without jumping him. When he's in a 3, you got to go at him because he's further away from you.
head up with me, outside of me, inside of me. Watch this guy. He uses his inside hand, whether he steps up with his post foot or steps lateral. Watch how they knock it down. Okay, see the knockdown to the inside hand? Particularly when the center's going the other way. And he actually steps forward to get closer to the guy, like he's jumping. I hate using the inside hand, particularly when the guy's in a shade. Now look at this.
Drop your post.
This guy's in a tight 2, almost
Stick
a
him
1.
in your helmet. Stick
This
him
guy
with your right hand
really
right in the face.
tries to land that inside hand quickly, but look at how he gets it knocked down. And when you get it knocked down, there's a free
Direct
space
to
right to the quarterback. If he used the outside hand, he would drop the post. The inside hand would be low, and he could drop the post and move laterally to his inside without getting his inside hand knocked down. If he jumps back outside, so what? You recover and block him.
Common sense, boys. Common sense.
So what? You recover and block him.
Common sense, boys. Common sense.
So what? You recover and block him.
All right, Steve, are you there?
So what? You recover and block him.
I got it. Steve, you there?
Steve, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I got an echo. Steve's got some questions, Coach. You said you wanted to talk to some high-level guys. Steve is high level. Steve, you got me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good deal. No, Coach, I agree 100% dropping the post foot because I've been doing that for a good number of years now, and people think I'm nuts down here, but I appreciate you saying what you're saying. I didn't quite was really I wasn't quite using the pigeon toe, but that really helps me a lot. So I do appreciate that.
Well, yeah, all you got to do is if you stand up and move to your inside and drop your post, but try to pigeon toe it, that'll keep you square as you're moving with a dropped foot.
Yeah, makes it 100%. Because again, I always feel, I obviously Troy mentioned, the Bob big on big, as the man side when those two are on their island and that guard has a 2-eye. To me, that's like that guy's the closest to the quarterback, and that's like that's the most dangerous. They're all important, obviously, but that's
but they're so close to you that you don't need to jump them.
Right.
And in fact, if the guy is in a 2 or a 1, when you shoot the outside hand, you put it right on their face mask.
Yeah, I like that. No,
a face punch. It's actually a face punch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So now when he's obviously a 2-eye, he's on him, but like you said, he's more in that A gap, maybe not, maybe a loose 1 technique, but the center still maybe helping him with a drag arm backside, but the center still, he's part of the slide side. That guard got to take over. So obviously he's definitely looking to get there quicker, because it's a little bit further to go than the 2-eye. So he's definitely dropping his inside foot. And
if I was going to use the old slide protection and block down on the nose.
Yes.
When the center even puts a hand up, the center might put a hand up and kick to the offside.
Correct.
I drop my
I'm gonna go get
post
something
foot.
to drink. I'll be right back.
I would
Yeah.
still drop my post foot going to get the tilt or the shaded nose.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
zipper
no,
nose.
absolutely. No, that coach, that's outstanding. I love it. I really do. No, because that's kind of what we've been doing. But I didn't quite get the pigeon toe. But that makes a lot of sense. It really does. I just told them to get down. You're going to drop it. But I could see why they would open up. I didn't pigeon toe. That they really just keep you.
Well, that's
square.
why when you go outside, you pigeon toe the kick step on with the tackles, and they're all foot fires. There's
Yeah.
no, or in the old days, there was a left tackle for the Patriots. When he stepped, his feet were quick, but he would like step. Yeah, there was no kick, drag. It was all.
Yeah. I love the term foot fire. I do. And when you're doing that, all your cleats are in the ground, correct? Bop, 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 right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I got two young tackles. They're this is their first spring ball they're going through. So, they're true freshmen. And cardinal rule with tackles, they're opening up so much. And I just told them, I told them to start punching air to keep your shoulders square.
Punch air. And then when you get to the guy, when you land, when you get to him, so you punch air, I'll move over here. I'm punching air, and then I get close to him. This hand, instead of punching air, goes out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
You just change the angle of the arm to punch him.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna turn.
Yes.
Slightly. Obviously, you're not gonna just boom. But
correct.
I mean, square, boom.
Yeah. All right. So now, with that being said, Coach, when do I eventually, as a tackle, an edge rusher, I'm hitting, I'm pumping, and I make contact with my outside arm. When am I getting my inside hand involved? When it gets hip to hip? Do I drop my outside hand ever?
It's immediate. It's 1,
2.
Pull this off, and you come under.
Yeah, and you just run him upfield.
Well, if he goes upfield,
yes,
you won't have time to even think about your outside hand. I mean, he's gone. So
right.
Yes, you would just turn and take your inside hand and run him upfield. Yes, yeah, because he's going. He's trying to escape to you.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, if he's on any part of you, it's a 1-2. 1-2. The inside hand is a lift, because if he does go inside, it turns to a clamp. Okay. A clamp. And the reason it turns to a clamp, you could pull your hips in like the old ass block.
Yeah.
Like where you could actually turn your butt block when you almost face the quarterback.
Right. Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Now, okay. Now I'm a left tackle. I'm punching with my left hand. He's definitely going upfield. And you said it's a 1-2, so the 2. Now, am I longer? I'm asking, am I longer now with my inside hand?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you just turn your body. I mean, it would be something they do naturally.
Right.
You turn your body, but yes, get long with your inside hand and just push them.
Yeah, because that's what I tell them all the time. Guys, you are longer at that point with your inside hand, kind of like a first baseman reaching for a ball to, across the diamond and catches the ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, instead of 2. Correct. Yeah. No, I for years I've always talked about independent punching because of the fact that, like you always say, you're longer with one hand than with 2. It's 100% correct. Yes, I love that. Yes.
Absolutely. That's why on our hook block on a run, okay, we stab the outside arm. I mean, they did it 20 years ago. The outside hand would go to the pec, and then the inside hand would go to the lift. And if the guy kept moving outside because he sees the ball carrier going outside, you throw him out, and the ball goes underneath you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And obviously, with that same thinking, if it's outside zone if I do get to his outside, all I do is just basically walk around.
Well, if I get to the if he does come inside to me, I just walk around the block and it becomes a hook block.
Yes.
But a lot of times you might get position on the guy, and the next guy from your inside knocks him out. That's okay.
Yeah.
One guy's trying to hook him, the next guy comes and hammers him. It don't matter. You're moving him.
That happened the other day. Our guard literally torqued the heck out of his 3 technique, and the tackle hooked his guy. But unfortunately, the running back cut back, and the backside 2-eye was not blocked correctly.
I'm talking more on the play side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you. Let's go to pass pro a little. Okay, so we're in the middle of a game, between series, we're anticipating a TE stunt.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, you and I are on. You and I are on the man side. We're not part of the slide. We're on the man side. So we're setting square, obviously, right?
No, well, the guard will jump the man.
So if you're expecting a TE, jump the TE. Gotcha.
We're going to jump them every time.
Every time, perfect. Yeah.
Every block. Other than if I'm going to get picked by a tilt and a backer, boom, I may hand check that guy and not. I mean, there may be cases where I know I'm going to get picked that I don't jump on some of those 3 down, walk around things. But in general alignments, the center and guards are always short setting.
Yes.
Always.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Good.
So the guard, if he's on the man side, if he up kicks like that guy from the Bengals, 62,
that looked beautiful.
He'll flatten out that guy. He'll knock the looper off.
Yes.
Takes angle C, and his inside hand is kind of a grab hand to grab that picker, and as he gets some depth and some width on his guy. But when we go back vertically, angle C, we're always widening the pocket.
Widen the pocket, yes, sir.
That's it.
That's perfect. No, that's good. That's
okay,
perfect.
Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach, we did 2.5 fucking hours.
For 7 people.
Hey, I promise you, during some of my position meeting time, we're watching your videos. I'm telling you. So more than
I believe you. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that
you show the Twitter videos to your players.
100%. I pull them up. I'll grab a click. I'll grab a Twitter clip. Am
I following you? I hope I am.
No, you don't need to follow me. I'm following you.
But am I? I don't know if I
am.
No,
you're not. No, you're not.
You can look him up, Coach.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
I would love to just somehow get you talking to our O-line one time. They would go nuts. They would love.
Well, we would do it. We'll do it right now. We'll do it just like this.
Yes.
We'll get you on StreamYard.
They would love it. I'm telling you, Coach,
we'll do a podcast with him.
Coach, I put it on and I go, guys, listen to Coach Mouse. I'm telling you, just listen to Coach Mouse and listen, and boom, it goes. I mean, Coach McNally, I'm telling you, I love your stuff and it's awesome. It's awesome.
Coach, my players are talking about you. They said Jim McNally. My players, 10th graders, they are mentioning your name. They're saying who? Jim McNally. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so why don't you just FaceTime Coach, or you can just put it on the screen. We'll do it like this, Steve.
Yeah,
so what time do you meet with your players?
That'd be good. Well, we go more, but we're spring ball will be done here this Thursday. But I can get them together sometime. We're on spring break next week, but the following week. So anyway, we'll arrange it somehow. I'll just get them all together because I would love that. I would just.
Hey, Steve, Ethan wants to know what's your Twitter.
Okay. It is, of course, the @ SSAULNIER 1, like the number 1. Yeah.
So I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
It's this one, right? SSAULNIER1.
Yes, sir. Let me make sure. I don't. Yeah. I want to make sure.
IN or E or IN or NI?
I'm sorry. NI. Yes, it's at SSAULN as in Nancy IER1. Yeah.
And who is it? Is your brother-in-law that's the O-line coach at Bryant?
That's my nephew. That's my
your nephew.
my sister's son. Yeah, he's the O-line coach at Bryant University. Yes,
because
sir.
everybody talks about him.
Oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's awesome.
We got to get him on. We'll
get
get you
him on.
him on.
We'll get him on. We'll get him on.
All right,
he's finishing up spring ball too this week. So yeah. Coach McNally, thank you so much.
Okay, good. Good talking to you.
All
Good
right.
luck, buddy. Where's Coach Soliner from?
He's from West Florida.
Okay. And
But
what league are they in?
I think they were.
I mean,
they
there's
might have been the D2.
South Florida, Atlantic Florida, Florida Atlantic. Oh, shit, I'm so confused.
I think they were the D2 national champions in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's the guy who I was telling you about. His head coach left and went to Townsend.
Is Johnny Depp on? I love Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, coach, is not on.
Oh,
all right. We still have 4 people here left with us watching. Anything you want to say to them for, Coach? So people are watching your Twitter. Coaches are showing your film to their players.
I just don't have time to give them all the explanations. It's not that I'm stupid. I just can't answer all the questions adequately. So I tell them to look at the film and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Look at the film.
No, if it's a simple question, I'll answer it. I answered that high school kid. They run an inside zone with him blocking down and the center leaving him going the opposite way. I never heard of that. Now, maybe he don't know where the ball's going. Maybe it's an outside play, but Jesus Christ. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. So anything else you want to say to your followers, your friends out there?
You know where we'd probably get a lot of people?
Where?
If I did the hand strikes. You know, the 1-2, the 1-3.
I need to work on that. We do have a new.
You don't know what it is, so how the hell can you work on it?
Well,
I got to coach you.
Yeah, I need to work on the hands and the punching. All right, Ethan says coach does a better job than he gives himself credit for.
Well, I hope so. I've done it 50 years, but I don't like to start with, this is a football, this is the line of scrimmage, and really, some guys who haven't had the experience, like you guys are smart, okay? But you just don't know all the intricacies because you haven't had to trial and error it. I've done it for 50 years. So I've done it the wrong way, the right way, a different way. And, when a coach is kind of clueless and it's not his fault, I don't like to take them through the whole process because it gets old for me. You know what I mean? Like, this is a football, okay? Make sure you're not offsides. I mean, I could tell you things now. You know how to get close to the football? Let's say the football's right here, wherever it is. If you really want to get close to your guy where you can get your hands on him, get as close to the ball as you can, almost offsides, stay in a 2-point stance and arch your back. You will be so close to the guy when you put your hands on him, you'll have your hands on him faster than he can get out of his stance. So just pretend like the line of scrimmage is here and you get close to the line and you arch your back, okay? So your head isn't off sides, and then you stick your hands on them, whether it's a one hand or two hands, you'll get them right now.
Show them, coach. Show them your guns.
I don't have any guns. I don't know where they went to. They
80 years old. Look at Coach.
I lost them.
Coach, when is your 80th birthday? When is your 80th birthday?
December.
In December, Coach will be 80, and he will be in the Navy SEALs. All right, it's only about 7 months away, and he will be the first 80-year-old Navy SEAL before you're 80.
They told me I could get in it. They did.
Maybe they'll make you an honorary member.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already have the SEAL at Buffalo.
Damian Jackson, number 38.
And we're going to get David Goggins to sign off on you. He's from Buffalo. Hey, Ethan Stump wants to know, are you deadlifting tonight with the weight belt?
No, I wear the weight belt because it holds me in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like to feel the fat coming out of me.
Well, you don't have any fat, Coach.
Tuck me in, like an animal or a dog that wears one of those things that
a harness.
No, not a harness. It's just like a winter coat that they would wear that they feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable tucked in.
You feel more comfortable wearing a weight belt?
Yeah.
And when did you start wearing a weight belt?
When I started wearing these shorts, because I don't ever wear long pants.
You don't ever
in the winter.
You live in Buffalo, New York, and you do not wear long pants.
Never.
How about when you coached in Buffalo? Did you ever wear long pants? Did they make you wear long pants in the NFL?
No, never.
So you wore shorts on the sidelines?
No. On the sideline, you had to do it, except in the summertime, you could wear shorts. I mean, in the summer games.
The summer games, you could wear shorts.
Yeah.
But any other time other than during game days in the NFL, you always wear shorts.
Always.
I knew a coach like that. He passed away. His name was Gary Chilcote. He was a PE teacher. He wore shorts every day of the year.
I don't wear any underwear either.
So you free ball it. Is it less laundry? Why is that?
And I've learned this, that every time you take a shit, you can just keep wiping and wiping and wiping, and you'll always find one more stain.
Coach, that's why we got to bring back my sponsor. Hold on. Let me see if I got any more of them. Coach, we used to have a sponsor. Where are they at? We used to have a sponsor, Coach, called Dude Wipes. There's a product called Dude Wipes, and it's basically a baby wipe for men. It's called Dude Wipes, and they used to be a sponsor of our show, Totem Pole Nation, when they would send us a pack of Dude Wipes. I'm going to have to, Coach, we're going to have to hit Twitter up, and we're going to have to say that Coach McNally wants to be the official spokesman for Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes might be the solution to your wiping problem. How many times do you go a day?
Oh, I might shit 5-6 times a day.
And you can always wipe and find something.
You can keep wiping. I mean, you can keep wiping forever.
When do you stop? When there's blood? What type of toilet paper do you prefer?
I don't know. I think I take the thin kind and I really wrap it up. And I, you know what I do? I dunk it in the toilet. I dunk it in the water. I do. It's called the McNally dunk technique. I taught it to my buddies when I was in high school. You shit, okay? You get the toilet paper, you dunk it in the water, which gets it wet, and that helps wipe. And then you wipe a couple of times with the dunk technique. Then you take another couple pieces and then you dry it off. Yeah, I get it all. I get the creases out. You know how like your asshole's got like those little creases in it. You know what I mean? Like you got, a little crease in there. Yeah, it's got those little, what do you call them? Yeah. You got to get in there and get those creases.
And that's where the water comes involved. But I think Dude Wipes, we're gonna have to make a post to Dude Wipes. I think it's owned by Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban needs to bring you on, Coach, because I think Dude Wipes can change your life. I really do. I don't think you'll have to use the McNally dunk technique anymore with dude wipes. They're like baby wipes. Have you ever tried baby wipes?
No, I don't need it because between the dunk and continuous wiping, I'm fine. I don't have any brown stains in my drawer unless I take a lot of magnesium, and that helps you shit.
Ethan Stomp says that you should introduce Twitter to the dunk technique. Will you make a video on the dunk technique?
No, I won't.
But you won't show them how to do it, but will you tell the story on a video?
No, because it'll go all over the world.
And you don't want everybody to know about the dunk technique.
Particularly the women.
Coach, I mean, with Johnny Depp coming on tonight and making a guest appearance, I mean, who else can we have? I mean, if we have Johnny Depp, I mean, is it like Leonardo DiCaprio? I mean, Brad Pitt? I mean, who else would want to join us? George
I don't know.
Clooney?
Can't we get anybody that's really famous?
I think we need to get some women. Like, we need to get Sarah Blake Cheek.
Never heard of her.
Sarah Blake Cheek was the young lady that went 6-0 in her bowl picks. She's in Tampa, Florida. She's the one that feeds the goats, Coach. She feeds the goats, and she's got chickens, and she has a paid site that you can see different videos of her. That's called Are you aware of OnlyFans?
Of who?
Of OnlyFans.
No.
Yeah, she's a OnlyFans model.
I want a real fucking star. You know what I mean?
Like who?
Like Cher.
Is Cher still alive?
Yeah, she is.
Would you still take Cher on a ride on the McNally helicopter?
Yeah, I love Cher.
I mean, if Sonny had Cher, I know Jim McNally could take Cher on the McNally helicopter.
Sonny was skiing and ran into a tree and killed himself.
Yeah. And did you know about Cher's daughter?
Yeah, I know. She turned into a
guy.
A guy.
Yeah. Hey, man, Coach, is there anything else you want to tell America?
No, I'm so tired from working on this Twitter, for Christ's sakes.
It's 10:42. Elon Musk. What if Elon Musk was to come on?
You know, Elon Musk, he Twittered me. He said, he asked something about, can we get somebody from outer space or something like that to handle the recession or some weird thing he came out with.
Witchcraft. Somebody wanted to know about witchcraft. It was witchcraft, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know why it came to me, but I don't know. I don't know if he follows me or I don't know how I got onto him. He can do whatever he wants, I guess.
Did you ever find out what the Julie?
No, I don't know what that is.
If anybody knows what is it?
It's like J-U apostrophe L-L or J-U-L apostrophe L, or somebody put some weird shit out there. Like, he might have been a coach, but it's, I don't know if he was complimenting or he may not even been talking about me, but he talking about the jewel.
Was it Coach Old School?
No, he's gone.
So Coach Old School has been banned from Twitter.
Yeah, he's gone. He's off. We took his ass off.
He's gone. He's out of there. Do you think that Coach Old School was trying to imitate you?
I don't know, but he told me he invented the duo. I know damn well he didn't.
He said, what was it? The 1990,
he said.
The 1990 Cool Clinic, Coach Old School taught you duo. And he was the inventor of the Cool Clinic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Coach. I'm looking forward to reading your tweets at 4:45 this morning. Okay. So you only got about 5 hours and 45 minutes to sleep. Okay.
All right, We're going.
Okay, see you, Coach.
See you guys.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, we loved it.